I don't know what that was about. It just said OBS can't stream anymore, and also grit fucked, which is probably for the best because I forgot to ask the fortune teller, and I was actually just done anyway. I was mentally done with it, but the next time I do a weeb stream, the next weeb stream will be very positive because we just get right into the fighting. You know what I mean? So there is something I wanted to listen to while I played this. DSP tries it.
And I'm doing something very special tonight, something that was completely unplanned, something that's off the cuff, on the fly. The reason I'm doing this is because in the past couple of days, the internet at large has finally kind of turned an eye to me for the first time in a
No, I got to finish the main game first, and then we'll talk about the DLC.
Now, this video.
Okay, is that coming through weird for anybody else, or is it just my headphones? Because like for some reason it's like. Gosh, my audio's messed up, but it's in my headset. This is like the weakest antenna on a wireless headset possibly of all time.
In stream is not going to be about that. All
right.
I'm not going to be.
Let's play with some JPEGs.
Content creator completely screwed up his life by doing messed up stuff, and basically, I had two pretty epic-looking tweets that, yes, one of them was directly to him, and one wasn't. It was more.
You guys know what this is?
That kind of went crazy on Twitter. One of which has like 6,000 likes. One has like over 17,000 likes, and major content creators, including guys like Hee Productions and PewDiePie. Amongst others,
Hee Productions.
Boogie said that it was his favorite tweet ever. This is the first time in
Boogie, shout out Boogie.
Come out and said anything positive about
it didn't age well, did it?
As you guys and gals know, if you are longtime fans of mine, there's a lot of bullshit and slander.
I just want to hold W and die a bunch.
About me.
That's all I want.
The internet. All right.
Hopefully, I get my wish.
It's not Hee Productions. They say it some other way. I have no idea how they say it. I never saw it before. I'm just saying, big content creators. All right.
Big content creators. Stop it.
And I'm like, this is a great opportunity because I've got over 2,000 new Twitter followers. I've got hundreds of new followers on my YouTube channel. I know people are going to be coming out to check out streams. And if they don't see that, you know, I basically take this opportunity to do something positive and kind of almost clear my name for the last 7 years of slander that's been against me on YouTube in particular, but of course now it's all over the internet.
Can you guys hear him okay?
I feel that sadly, all right, sadly, there's not going to be another opportunity to do it. Because the thing is, there's so much crap that's said and done about me all the time.
He tried to clear his name doing this first, and then he went on to Quarter Pounder, and then
some of these things I've talked about at length in the past, and
that didn't work.
Just don't know. Oh well.
Then he went on to side scrollers.
The fact that he addressed it, and we just say that it's still a fact. I'm like, but no, I actually talked about this 2, 3, 4 years ago. I explained the whole situation from start to finish, and people are still like, well, it didn't happen, right? So the purpose of tonight's stream and tonight's video here is to basically take a lot of those things, that common things, misconceptions about me, slanderous statements, memes, things about Dark Side Phil that have been said over the last 7 years.
7 years.
Try to at least denounce them, debunk them, or at least tell you the truth about that situation. Now, you don't have to
tell you
believe
the
me.
truth of the
bottom
matter.
line is there will be thousands of people out there that probably will never believe me no matter what I say and do anyway. There's nothing I can do about that, but at least I think this is a good place to start.
Nothing I can do about it.
Now maybe, oh, I heard about Dark Side Phil, he made these epic tweets, but now we hear negative stuff about him.
Made these epic tweets.
Hear about all that stuff and kind of start a clean slate almost. Because really that's what I've wanted. In the past 2 years, I've become a full-time live streamer rather than a YouTuber. That is my focus, and that's what I want to do. And it's hard when you have all this baggage from the past that's dragging along with you.
It is hard, actually.
To shake it and change for the better. You still have people who drag you down with all that shit, okay? So, Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to be doing is going down a list. I actually have a list of things here that I want to address live on the stream tonight. And hopefully, you know, going through all of this stuff will be
Oh, what? Through the smoke? Come on, brother.
To kind of clear the air with a lot of things, and at least we'll
He's like way too loud in my ears.
But who cares, right? Also, this is honestly going to be almost like a weight off of me because like I said, I usually never talk about this stuff or address this stuff. Excuse me.
I usually never talk about this stuff except for when I talk about it.
Talk about some of this stuff publicly is going to be a good thing. Now, a few things. Number one, I will be accepting, you know, contributions during the stream as usual. Cheering, subbing, and tipping will all be allowed and everything. And I will
no shit, Sherlock.
Like top cheer, top tip, etc. However, I'm not going to be entertaining troll cheers, so things coming in, you know, that are blatant insults. No, I'm not going to be taking that. And also, in regards to just in general.
Holy shit.
I want to be able to focus in on what I'm
This is the 7 years of slander, Mr. Karkan.
Shout out. I'll try to squeeze it in, but that's really not the purpose of this stream. It's really just to clear the air about a lot of things, okay?
This is DSP debunks 7 years of slander.
So far of the stream tonight, and I want to get him up on the leaderboard here, okay?
The fuck? Is that an enemy?
And I got a $1 tip from Jack who says, what's your advice for trolls? Don't let the trolls get you down. The advice for the trolls, I mean, move on at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I could understand. Here's the thing, and this is the truth of the matter.
Tell me it went right through the turret cheeks. Or at least, oh, it's not even going to tell me? That's cool.
Of the internet's joke. Because of the way that I used to act
really fucking
7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. When I started on YouTube, I was a very obstinate asshole who didn't want to think outside of my own realm of very narrow perspective, and I didn't want to walk in another person's shoes or see things from another perspective. And I would regularly, at the dawn of when
he had those epic tweets, dude.
They
were
YouTube,
epic.
All right.
These really epic tweets.
I'll openly admit that. I used to go out and say, oh, screw everyone who plays Minecraft. They're a bunch of immature idiots. Who the hell would ever want to play Minecraft, right? That's so ignorant. That's stupid. You know, why would I say that? But that's dumb shit I used to do. Oh my God, screw Hideo Kojima. He makes terrible games. Stuff. I would say stuff like that. People would take it as like serious shit, and they would then hate on me. And they would.
But you did say it though.
And they would hate me for that. And then over the years, different things happened, like the "This is how you don't play" movement, where people would take my gameplay and unfairly, honestly, edit it together to only show moments where I really sucked or I was doing stupid shit in a game.
But
and I was just, you know, talking.
We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the 7 years of slander.
That, like, there's no
this stream is almost 10 years old. Isn't that insane? Nothing's changed. Actually, no, that's not true. Things have gotten measurably and objectively worse.
So really, it was 2012
since this happened.
This is how you don't play videos and all that started. And you know what? At the time, I was so angry about it. And the truth of the matter is, these days, I don't give a shit. People can do whatever they want with my footage. I don't want. Obviously, I would like people to get permission first or whatever. But it's apparent YouTube.
Also, you do give a shit, but I don't give a shit.
Able to make these nasty negative montages about me, no matter what they want to do, right?
I think it'd be fun. It'd be a good WPIG topic if he ever runs out of material to cover.
But the bottom line is this: is that
this is how you don't play.
Got popular. Now, what people
it's not a movement, just a bunch of people made videos because it was funny.
We now know from the "This is how you don't play" movement, he's got no defense for himself. So now we're going to go a step further. Instead of only doing things that are going to be related to his gameplay, now we're going to take things out of his personal life that he reveals, and we're going to skew them, we're going to lie about them, and we're going to make him look like a real scumbag to the face of the internet.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do.
That really has no factual basis, and the bottom line is most
I've learned that from DSP. When you don't care about something, you rant about it for hours and hours and hours, and you just keep going. And the less you care about it, the longer you rant about it.
And I'm not a person who's going to sit here on a stream and just talk about the negative shit constantly, because I want to be a positive guy. I want to put out fun gameplay. I want to cover the new releases. I want to have cool throwback sessions. I don't want my entire existence on the internet to be defending myself against people who are just saying ridiculous stuff.
Bro?
So I usually just hold back and never say anything. But tonight is the exception. where I'm striking back. I finally feel like because there's at least a positive vibe around Darkseid for the first time in some 7 fucking years on the internet, that finally today I can kind of come out and say, here's the truth about all this crap. You don't have to believe it, but at least I kind of have some groundwork here to finally say something about it, okay? So a few more shout-outs. Kenja tipped me $5. Expose detractors and all those lies I've been repeating over and over. That's a $5 tip. Thank you, Kenja. In fact, I'll get your name up. I forgot to put... Poor Jack30, I apologize I didn't put your name up earlier. I'm all worked and fired up here tonight. I am. Xbox One is garbage tipped me $1. Said, Phil, I'm fucked up. Laughing my ass off. Well, try not to do anything silly. Reggie,
what would you know about that?
Tipped me $4. Said, Phil, longtime viewer. I like MK11 online battles. Feel with the awesome streams and great content I've enjoyed for 5 years. Detractors are cucks.
Oh!
Thank you, Reggie, for the $4.
Detractors are cucks. Shout out.
Just took me $5. He said, this is all I wanted to hear. We talked
51. Uh-oh.
And he said, I'm glad that you can poke fun at yourself, and now for me, that's all I wanted. There's a large majority of us who get tired of you being pompous. Honestly, at this point, I don't pompous. I seriously don't believe
I'm not. People say I'm pompous. I'm not.
I've always said this. I can't believe that at one point ever in my existence on the internet, someone wanted to meet me in person and shake my hand and get an autograph. That, like, it blows my mind. I don't think I've ever done anything that's warranted anyone to even want that, but it's true, right? Alexander Rossi cheered. He says 913 viewers and the stream just started. Wow. See, I don't look at viewership. That's another thing. I don't look at viewership on my streams. So I have
but that's what people. He just says that because that's what the good streamers say. He knows good streamers don't look at viewership, so he's like, I don't even look at it, dude.
No more. It would be very sad. Some of you all need to think about that. Much love, DSP.
He stares at that fucking viewer count the whole time. There's no doubt in my mind. Actually, no, I can prove it that he does that, actually.
$20, I would say.
Because he talks about it all the time.
Wait. Around $21 in tips. I apologize, I didn't necessarily add that. I want to get started with the video. Shout out to A Golf 1 who has resubscribed for 3 months. He says, what's up? What's up, A Golf? All right, here's the deal. We got to get started, all right? I can do shout outs all night. I would love to do shout outs all night to people who are being supportive, but I want to get started, all right? So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, all right? The one thing that I want to say is off limits here tonight, because this is the very truth, is things that is private information about other people that I can't reveal.
Because this is the very truth. Shout out to the very truth.
On what happened with your ex-girlfriend. I can't do that. I can't do that because sadly, you know, that's private information.
But doesn't he talk about it?
Someone else too. I want information about your wife. Not doing it. Not doing it. That's unfair to someone else.
Wait.
Who's not here, who is not part of this.
Your wife? Wait, when did this come out? 4 years ago? Wait, this is 2019? I thought this was 2015. I just added 7 to 2008.
Personal relationships, my family and everything.
So he's only been being slandered since 2012. Sounds good to me.
But what I will do tonight will directly address as much as I can without revealing personal information that would be...
so I can't...
Fair enough? Alright. So the first thing we're going to start with... Styles K did 100-bit cheer, by the way.
This isn't even a pre-stream. He had the day off with his horse. I mean, wife today.
At a long time ago.
Fuck off, brother.
Back before I ever live streamed, back before I ever did any direct capture, way back when, all right, I used to make racial jokes, okay? I used to make racial jokes. Now, the racial jokes that I made, I used to call myself an equal opportunity offender, meaning I would make a joke about one culture or race and then another culture or race, but I would also make a joke about my own culture. You know, I'm Polish and Italian, and I would make those kind of jokes during gameplay as well. And
yeah, but they weren't funny. That's the real problem. If you want to dig down to the racial jokes, the racist jokes,
completely out of context of a
like,
and make one little, this is one joke Phil made.
He likes to say Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle made the racial draft, and that shit's hilarious. But why is that funny from Dave Chappelle, but not funny from DSP?
We're not white, then white. Because I actually grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a
only white people can be racist, by the way. Fun fact.
Multicultural. My elementary school, my high school, always had a multicultural group. My best friend...
I had black friends, so there's no way I could be racist. Sound good? Please tip.
Friends. I had friends from all different Asian cultures. Indian, Laotian.
Yeah, and... the Asians... The Asian racism is by far the most interesting.
You know, I've had friends.
Like, it is really weird how racist he is against
Well,
Asians.
people will always take one little thing out
Am I
of
dead?
context or whatever and say that I'm a racist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest, and I will admit this to this now, I will publicly say this, one of the biggest mistakes that I actually feel that I made in my early career as a content creator.
No Thermals is
that
cucking
I
me.
was
Oh,
making
there he is.
Nazi
And I'm dead.
jokes, all right? They're not funny. I know that. But the thing is, I used to be a very adamant listener to the Howard Stern.
Oh, just not having thermals is so rough. It's just a hard knock life without
He's a very
thermals.
risque guy, and he does very risque things. And he used to do segments on his show where someone would impersonate a Nazi. And he would say ridiculous things that would be over the top. And, oh my God, but the joke was that it's not a real
And it's
Nazi.
not that you're
I'm
making
impersonating a Nazi
jokes about hello Jew. It's not that you said the N-word. It's not that you're
Howard
making
Stern's
like
Jewish.
racist jokes about
So for him to have Nazi jokes on his show,
all this stuff,
kinda makes
like, it
sense.
doesn't matter. Like, I
I'm
don't
Jewish.
give a fuck.
For me to
I
make
really don't
stupid
care. I'm not
Nazi
offended by
jokes
any of it.
in videos that I've done and stuff,
It's the
not
fact that he's
smart.
such a
It's
goddamn
dumb. It's
Puritan
really
about it,
fucking
and he
stupid.
pretends
At
to
least
be
I'm proud
above
to
it.
say,
Like,
I
oh
haven't
no,
been
I'm a
doing
mature
that for
adult
9
with a
years,
business
okay?
degree, and I would
But
never
people
do that.
still
It's like,
bring
well,
it up
you
to this
literally
day
did,
and say that
though.
Phil is a racist, and Phil is totally,
So,
you know,
like-
he hates the Jews. Did you ever see that video that he made where he was playing the Dead Space 2 demo, and he was pretending to be Isaac Himmler, the last remaining Nazi, and saying that because the Jews ran rampant across the universe, that they infected the whole universe with a necrovirus, and he wants to turn on the ovens and burn all the Jews. It actually happened.
Yeah, I forgot that was in here.
It's up to that. It's out there, public on the internet. You can't hide it. It's something very incredible.
Dude, I wish I
that
did. Unfortunately, I'm broke, so please tip so I can have my chauffeur drive me around and see what kind of a public menace I am.
Literally lifted from the Howard Stern show.
What's up, name
copied and
placeholder?
pasted into
Welcome,
my
dude.
video. Okay.
We're listening to 7 Years of Slander.
Some people actually to this day will say that stuff's funny.
But like, it's not that he made the jokes, is he pretends to be above it and like, guys, I never did that. I would never do. It's like, well, you did. Just why don't you just own it? I'd actually respect you a little bit if you did. And like, yeah, and the real problem is that it's not funny. Like everything that he says when he actually tries to be funny is just criminally unfunny. So maybe it would change for some people if it was funny, but it's not the jokes themselves. It's how he wants to pretend that he's better. I'm above it. No, you're not actually. But whatever. Moving on. Moving forward positively.
I don't anymore. Back then, I was more immature. Like I said, I Howard Stern and everything all being in line with that stuff. I used to think that stuff was funny. All right. I don't think it is anymore.
Like, and the worst part about it is that he just didn't own up to it.
But
Like
at that
Guy with Two
time,
Names
I thought that it
so
was funny.
elegantly
That was the thing.
said.
That actually got me banned off of a website that was not YouTube. It got me banned off of a website called blip.tv. You may have heard of them. It's a business that existed back then.
Yeah, and like,
What happened was,
yeah.
I've been doing YouTube.
That's the
videos.
closest that he's ever gotten to being funny is doing
I
that.
made a dime doing it. I never monetized.
Oh yeah, Name. I'm glad you understand the pain because I just got this. I paid to win and then I unlocked this and it's fucking rough, man.
And I was kind of the
But we're getting there. We're making progress.
videos at that point and really wanted to see me succeed. Okay. And so what ended up happening was,
Yeah, and Howard Stern was Jewish, so that makes it okay. That makes it
do
okay.
that on YouTube back then in 2010, unless you had a specialized partnership with a third-party company. So I went to Blip, and within 1 month of me uploading my gameplay videos to Blip, I was making good
Can I get some
money.
sloppy seconds
And
on
actually,
the
I was the
cap?
second-ranked guy on the fucking website under the Nostalgia Critic. The Nostalgia Critic was #1. I was #2 within a month, which was pretty insane. But what ended up happening was I put out that
Nope,
video.
can't even get that.
That Dead Space 2 demo video with
Oh my god.
commentary in it.
All right.
And what
No,
happened was,
good thing I paid to win, so I can
I've
just.
always had trolls. Even back then when I was white hot popular, I had trolls. My trolls staged a campaign, which they later admitted publicly was a fake campaign. They mass emailed Blip TV, pretending to be hundreds of upset people, saying, "How dare you have someone on your site who's making this kind of comedy and kind of commentary and stuff like that."
Yes, I was ranked.
Okay.
I was first in the U.S.
It sucks
on Blip.
because, you know,
Sounds good.
They got me.
Look at this
you know?
thing. God
Blip
damn.
TV management saw these hundreds of complaints. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. They watched the video. They're like, okay, get rid of them, and they kicked me off the site. All right.
Yeah, get
It
fucked.
sucks. I was.
It sucks. I'm broke. You don't want to be butt fucked.
The
Trust
bottom
me.
line was, the thing I got banned for is pretty heinous. I agree, jokes about Nazis and shit is not funny.
No,
I
but
think
it-
at that point, in my
It
life.
could be though.
And thought that it was, and thought that I would.
And the fact that this is how you react
is
makes it 10 times worse.
Now in 2019, I could come out and say, "My God, that's so stupid. Why did I do that?" But that's something always that people.
Yeah, and then no one believes you.
Racist. Phil always used to do videos that were racist content and stuff. No, in fact,
no, idiot.
Stuff like that. That's why it was funny. And everyone.
There's a great Kiwi Farms post about this that summed up my thoughts perfectly.
Tell you guys I'm not like that anymore. I realize how stupid and dumb.
And like what the actual problem is here.
It's true. I used to be very.
And I kind of forgot what it said, but I took the gist of it.
It was all about getting that teen audience to watch you. So talking about the size of the tits on that girl, and you know, sex joke here and there, nipple here, you know.
No, but it wasn't. It's not that though.
Back then. But now I don't do it anymore. I phased it out of my content.
Yeah, it just has no idea. This is lolcow definition right here. People make fun of me and legit has no idea why. He's trying to figure it out. Like, this is literally trying to figure out why people make fun of him. And he just can't do it. Literally, I just can't do it.
Viewers tell me that I changed for the better, but yet there's still this slander out there that I'm still a racist and a sexist and I do all this nasty stuff. Now, also going in line with going way back when, ladies and gentlemen, in 2012, I made public my relationship with a woman at that time who was my girlfriend. Okay, and she very much became a part of my content over a 5-year
Shout out Panda, by the way. Shout out.
With this woman, she went by Panda Lee on the internet. That was her nickname or whatever. And there's always been slander and complete horrific nonsense regarding my relationship with Panda Lee, which is horseshit. And the thing is, it's in my past. I mean, we haven't been together in over 2 years. I now have a marriage.
Oh yeah, here we go. By the way, I can't talk about my ex-girlfriend, but let me talk about my ex-girlfriend. And I'm also married, by the way.
Tonight, for the first time ever, I'm debunking this bullshit. All right?
But I can't talk about it, but let me debunk it.
Is that, Phil, you first met Panda Lee when she was underage. She was under the age of 18. When you first started talking to her, you were grooming her so that you would finally go out with her and all this shit. And all of that is complete and utter
serious right now, brother?
Nonsense, false. The truth of the matter is that back then, this was
What's the truth of the matter, Dave?
It really was. It was a different era of YouTube. And back then, people used to use YouTube private messaging. I don't. No one even uses that anymore. Sending me a private message on YouTube. I haven't even looked at a YouTube private message in a great part of 5 years. I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. So.
Oh yeah.
She actually, as a fan, a viewer, private messaged me on my DSP gaming channel. I believe the very first date was that it was like November of 2011.
Oh my god, I get cucked. Look at how cucked I just got. And I died.
I didn't know who she was.
God damn it.
She was someone friendly, as someone who I had talked to back and forth.
Yeah.
Messaging for about 2 months, and then after that, we wanted to start talking a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
but
we started texting each other, and you know, it just grew from there. And then we dated on and off from the year of 2012. I say probably early to mid 2012, all the way through 2014.
Don't worry.
She moved in with me as we moved across the country.
It's fine. Every time I die, I can just say, "Don't worry, I paid to win," and it sounds good.
Okay. And during that period of time, we had highs and lows. And one of the misconceptions that everyone tells me is that, oh, Phil, she was underage when you started talking to her and dating her and doing stuff with her behind the scenes, and you're a pedophile and all this crazy shit. It's all bullshit.
Oh, I thought that was a friendly.
They had a fucking brain in their head who said this. They would do the math.
Hey, you missed too.
She's always made public her birthday.
Nailed it.
She would do social media posts. Sometimes there were videos about her birthday. Like this.
There's another.
That would happen is that you would know that her birthday's in late August. She was 18 years old the first time I ever even spoke to her in a YouTube message. I never knew her before when she was underage and never even heard of her. It's ludicrous.
It's Luda.
Make this shit up and try to slander me and shit like that because they want to hurt me, basically. But no, the truth of the matter is, I never ever spoke with her until she was 18 years old. She messaged me.
Okay, prove it.
She messaged me on YouTube when she was 18, and we talked for months, and then eventually we started dating for a while.
Okay, prove it.
Until it got more serious years later, like I said, and then we moved in together in 2014. So
yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
You know, in reality,
what's the truth of the matter, though?
Of anything here of what any people have said about this, because it doesn't exist.
What are a lot of people saying?
You can look up publicly and find out when her birthday is. That was always public information. And if you do the math, you see what, when we started dating, she was 18. When we moved.
Yeah, I just like the Abrams. So when you could pay for the Abrams, I was just open up my wallet and I was like, here you go. Because I just like driving around the Abrams and looking at it. Just because I used to play Armored Fist 2 when I was like 8. And that was like the fucking most amazing game ever. And now it's like Armored Fist 2, but on roids.
We were too much of an age gap apart. She had ideas of what she wanted to do with her life and stuff that I was far past that. I wanted to have a more settled life where we're just kind of settled in a home
and doing nothing.
It's an adult life.
And do
you pay your bills, you go out.
It's an adult life.
Well, she was more the adventurous type. She wanted to constantly travel.
She wanted to be like a child, like all those childish things that children do, like going out and doing stuff.
The bottom line is it didn't work out. I think mostly,
and having sex in a relationship, healthy sexual like
because of her age, the age
activity in a relationship.
Was that having that big amount of an age gap. At first, it was fun.
She didn't just want to get drunk and play WWE Supercards, so it wasn't gonna work out. And she kept on calling me out when I was like, "But honey, all I want to do is play Supercard." She's like, "Huh? What?"
We were such a big age gap.
The Leopard's pretty badass. I'll give you that.
Behind all of that bullshit that people make up. Okay.
But I got indoctrinated early, brainwashed by General Abrams himself.
All right.
I'm not gonna talk about Panda Lee, but let me talk about Panda Lee.
About the very end of the relationship, because
oh god, let's talk about our breakup now.
Completely about that, saying someone dumped someone or did this or did that. First of all, what happened is none of anyone's fucking business. And the bottom line is that myself and my ex.
Bro, I don't even have smoke. Yes, I do.
Fucking business. The truth of the matter behind everything that happened there. All right.
Got it.
But there was a weird situation.
Now I'm getting flanked.
We had already broken up.
Wait, no.
In early 2017. All right, we had already broken up, and
I don't even think I'm gonna get an assist for that.
We didn't make it public because we didn't want drama.
Oh, I gotta get more aggressive.
Together for almost 5 years. That it was going to cause monstrous drama and people were going to be all up in our shit and try, keep in mind, over the years, I'd been swatted.
Yeah, he was fucking making her play Supercard because he wanted friends to play with that weren't on the forums because everybody fucking hated him on the forums. And then it turns out his girlfriend fucking hated him too. It's like, oh, that's why everybody's addicted to you on the forums.
When we broke up, we purposely didn't.
I'm seeing now why they were addicted to you on the forums. JPEG mule.
I believe I was doing like a podcast.
Oh god.
I get a call. All right.
A call.
The call is
oh god, I'm dead, aren't I?
Job, saying your ex, had a medical issue.
Where am I even being shot from?
And I'm like, well, first of all, she's my ex. We don't go out anymore. So why am I getting this call? So apparently there was no one else. None of her friends wanted to help her or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that stupid bitch didn't even have friends. Oh, hello?
Okay. At that point, my ex was in the process of moving out of the house. Like, she had some of her stuff out already, and she was staying somewhere else temporarily.
That's cool.
She was kind of half in, half out at this time. So I was like, well, I guess I'll do the nice thing.
I guess I'll be the nice guy. Oh my god, he actually said it.
And figure out what the hell's going on. By the time that I had gotten...
I'm the nice guy, by the way.
Her job, I had to pay for an Uber and everything.
I thought they was coming from over there, but he's actually right there.
So I took the car. By the way, I was still letting her drive my car, despite the fact that we were broken up. She was still driving my car. I was that nice.
God, I'm just such a nice guy.
To find out what the hell's actually
I'm actually such a nice guy, it hurts.
Panic attack. Now, this is all public information. We talked about it 2 years ago. I'm not revealing anything that hasn't already been revealed, all right? Apparently, she had a panic attack, and it was probably in regards to the fact
I already doxed her medical history, so it's fine if I dox it again. Sounds good to me.
And, when I showed up, essentially what happened was nothing. We sat in a fucking room. A hospital room.
Here we go.
Doing absolutely nothing.
Holy shit, I'm just gonna die because I'm not even focused at all.
Every time I asked, I was brushed off very rudely by hospital staff. Just go sit down. Someone's coming. So we sat there and waited.
That's exactly what I would say to you if I was working in a hospital and you came in.
If you're being stressed,
I'd be like, bitch, I need you to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Maybe see a psychiatrist or all this kind of crazy shit.
I'm dealing with somebody just chainsawed their leg off. You can sit there and suck on the lollipop for a little bit.
They'd given her some kind of a pill. I don't even know what it was. Was it an antidepressant? Was it
oh my god.
I don't even know, because I'm not involved anymore. You know, she's my ex. I don't know any of the ins and outs of what the fuck's really going on, right? I don't know anything. But anyway, she was all zonked out because she had been given medication. So finally, after sitting in this...
We're gonna dox her so hard.
Gee, thanks.
Oh, shit.
So, let me get this straight. You drove an ambulance to her job. You gave her a single pill. You drove her to the hospital to have her sit in a room for 3 hours, and now I'm driving her away. And you're probably going to charge her thousands of dollars for this too, right? Now the thing is, again,
yeah, why not just give her a pill?
So I couldn't tell.
Don't take her to the hospital, you idiot.
Things that I was upset about because she was going to get billed for it. I knew she was going to get completely ripped off for this whole hospital stay. That's what I was angry about at the time, but I couldn't disclose that to you guys because I was talking about like we, like we're going to get billed. In reality, it's all on her. And you know, she has a job. She works at, you know, a job where I know it's going to be hard for her to pay thousands of dollars of bills for a hospital stay and shit. Okay.
Because now she has to start paying her own rent. It's a free ride and the big pen's over. Hey, I love that podcast.
Home, she was all zonked out or whatever, and she's like, you're going to go on your stream now and tell everyone about the story, right? I was like, of course I am, as long as it's okay with you. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. So I did. I came back, I did a stream.
I'm sure that's how that went.
Exactly what I just told you guys. So basically,
oh, man.
Only I had to spin it to not let you know that we were already broken up, okay? And then it was actually over the course of the next week or two that she moved all her stuff out, and that was the end of our relationship. That was it. And all I saw on the internet was Phil, without permission, went online and disclosed.
No! Fuck! I heard him coming!
At the time we were supposed to
oh, dude, I'm just getting fucking farmed. I'm not even getting shots off on these guys.
And gave all her medical history to everyone on the internet, and then said that he's not giving permission for her to ever have an ambulance come and pick her up ever again.
It's either coming left or right, and I guess left. And he was right. Feels bad.
What the fuck? Where did you get that from the story that I told? Like, that's not even close to what happened.
Yeah, that's not even what happened, dude.
That here's
Let me talk about it.
I'm already broken up with. I went out of my way to help her. I didn't have to. We weren't together anymore. But I went out of my fucking way.
Yeah, but I'm a nice guy, so stop being negative.
And I basically get slammed for having my concerns over her financial well-being because I know she's going to get a giant bill from the hospital when they didn't do anything. They literally didn't do a fucking thing for her besides hand her a pill at the store where she had her fucking panic attack. It's preposterous. Now, the other thing is, people saying, oh, well, you know, that's all well and good, but, you didn't have permission to do that. Well, then why, literally why, when I was here on my stream talking about it publicly, was she on her social media posting up, don't worry everyone, I'm okay. There's a picture of her with her hospital bracelet on. Don't worry everyone, I'm okay. Because it was okay, because there was always permission given. But
yeah, it definitely wasn't because she knew you were gonna dox the fuck out of her on stream.
They make shit up.
Definitely wasn't because of that.
It made me look bad. All right. So. Yeah, that's the other thing. So, just so you guys know, I have a list. I actually have a list of things that are common misconceptions that people
got a list of things I need to debunk.
Ever again, instead they just give her a pill and leave her where they found her.
Yep.
How could I have made that demand when we were broken up? I had no control
you did.
over anything with her.
I don't know how, but you found a way.
On the way home, how preposterous it
How
was.
can I make that demand?
They took her to the hospital.
By saying it. Ow.
And now they're gonna charge her.
Yeah, thermals on the AIM are the A2 Gen 2 thermals. They're better than the clickbait ones.
Unreal. Like, you can't have a panic attack because of major medical issues. You could, but
I maxed out everything on the AIM a while ago.
Anyway, that's just one of the things. All right.
I'm glad somebody appreciates the technicals. I'm glad you're here, name placeholder.
We're moving on from my ex now, thank God.
Usually I just spurg about this, and then everybody just nods along and goes, "Okay, Grandpa."
We were about 10 to 11 years apart.
You finish spurging, and then
issue that in the long
then you go back to roasting DSP, and I say, "Yes, okay."
And we just weren't compatible because of it in the long term. No, I didn't ever disclose any medical information without permission. No.
Hello, Mr. Burnell?
No, none of this shit ever happened. It's complete bullshit. And the evidence has always been on the internet. But people don't want to look at the evidence. They just want to listen to the slander. Okay? Alright.
Dude, if you want to see me actually spurg, wait till I play like Germany 3.0.
Project 7.
Tank Destroyer.
Tell you guys this, but I've already addressed this before.
I haven't even played it on stream. I'm too afraid.
In the whole gamut of the
because it'll be actually clippable.
Or
we'll go TikTok famous.
Collaborate with other talented people.
Because all I remember about that is just spurging.
Related to,
yeah, I didn't do it, and the evidence is
any kind of
sound good.
Like that whatsoever. Instead, what I want is to do a creative series. And so I teamed up with my then co-op partner John Rambo.
The last I'll LARP as Erwin Rommel in a in an alternate universe.
Which was his cousin, in a group called Respect the Pack, and we made this show called Project 7. Now it was a lot of work and a lot of time. There's a lot of writing and drama and all kinds.
You
of
were
stuff
the ideas guy, and I own the YouTube channel, guys.
Creative project like this, all right. But
okay, keep it moving.
What I've heard is that people say, to this day, say, well, Phil scammed his friends, or he ripped off his friends and never paid them for anything, and that's why they hate him to this day. Bullshit. That's complete and utter fucking bullshit. All right. First of all, John Rambo, he and I had a long-standing work relationship outside of Project 7. We would come and do the smart guy.
So we debunked all of Panda stuff. That's done. Done and dusted, if you will.
Co-op gameplay, whether it was co-op.
I'm gonna die crossing the railroad tracks, but it's a risk I have to take. I literally have to take this risk, and it's gonna cost me my life.
He was handsomely paid for all of that stuff.
Oh my, critted him!
He got paid 50% of everything that we made money on. He made
How did he miss?
What I made.
Holy
so
shit!
Saturday,
I can't believe
John
you missed me.
Over, if we made a ridiculous amount of money on what we did that day, he got half. Okay. That's just me being very transparent here. He always got half. I felt that was fair. Even though you could say, oh, well, Phil should make more because he's the YouTuber and he's the one who's putting the content up and doing the uploading work, and he's the one who's...
Shit's so fucking useless.
I didn't care.
It's the virgin heat FS.
Make half because I cared that much about him being my friend and coming and doing this fun creative stuff together, and I wanted him to financially have some help and stuff, so I gave him half. All right? Now, sadly, what ended up happening was... Later on,
this guy realized he got flanked and left.
My old
Feels bad.
partnership company. They started refusing to even give me stats on how much money I was making on my
stats.
That's how bad Machinima got near the end. They wouldn't even fucking come. All right, and say
they wouldn't even fucking come.
Money you made this month on each video. They wouldn't even give me that data. They'd say it's not available anymore. So then, what John and I did is we would say, okay, let's figure out together. A fair amount.
I think it was a non-pen.
We come do this every week because we can't figure out the actual half anymore. It's not even
half
to figure it out. Instead, let's just say, okay, let's make an arrangement where every time you come visit and we do this co-op work together, I'll pay you this amount of money. And that's what we did probably for the last 2 years that we did co-op. We had to do it that way. So like the first 2 years, he was making half, and the second 2 years, he was making a negotiated amount that he wanted. This was his idea, his amount that he wanted to do. Okay? So,
no! It's so fucking useless.
In regards to that. And by the way, I don't think that anyone ever, I don't think that John ever publicly said anything like I never paid him or anything.
Yeah, we're getting the assists though.
Like John himself never said that.
Tagging these guys for assists.
For the work. I think John was always upfront and honest. He never said how much, but he always was very honest about it. Okay? So I don't understand.
Oh, I got his breach. Get fucked.
I ripped off my friends and I didn't pay them. Now, in regards to Project 7, all right, which is the one thing that honestly, you know, didn't go right, and people can say, okay, well, you know, people didn't get paid or whatever.
Get fucked. Excuse me.
We had a meeting.
Grit fucked.
Not one, 2 fucking meetings up front before we even started production of Project 7 on making money on it. And it was going to be that I was going to make the ad revenue on the videos, but we were going to try to sell the Project 7 t-shirts, and whatever we sold, we would get an equal cut, depending on...
I'm not good enough to drive port him.
Me and Howard,
I just started playing this game again like 3 days ago.
Make those t-shirts up front before we could actually...
I don't actually know enough about the top tier shit to make it effect. I just like driving it around.
Back then, that didn't even exist. There was nothing like Teespring. You had to make the t-shirts early, pay for them up front, and sell them. And we had plans to go to conventions and sell them and do all this stuff. Respect the Pack didn't want any money at all. I had asked them up front, what do you guys want out of this? And they said, we want exposure. We want
to be paid in exposure. Sounds good. I'm sure that's exactly what they said, just like that.
What we all collectively agreed on was that we were going to eventually, when we finished the series, make a DVD set and try to sell that and make big money on that, because that could be a really cool collectible that viewers want, is a DVD set where we could, you know, who knows what the production cost is, $10, we sell it for 20.
Where?
Split all that amongst all of us.
Oh no! Oh, okay, I figured it out.
The first of future
Figured it out. I figured out what happened.
Projects and explode out there and do spin-offs and all kinds of stuff, and I was totally okay with that. All right.
Now,
that
guys.
was all what our plans were up front. There was never discussion that people were going to get paid based on how the videos performed on YouTube. There was never discussion about how much money anyone's investing in the series. There was never discussion about anyone getting a paycheck out of it. Ever.
Yeah, they didn't even want money, dude.
Okay? Now, I guess the one mistake that I made is I was the one who everything was on the line. I was the one with the YouTube channel that was big. I was the one who ultimately, if things went wrong, was going to get the flack for it, right? So what I probably should have done, and I'll tell you right now, if I ever do something like this again, I know to do it, is I will have it.
You'll never do anything like that again, don't worry.
Drawn up a legal contract, all right?
All right. Yeah, didn't the same problem that Channel Awesome had? I'm pretty sure.
Can't come back years later and make stuff up and say, "Oh, Phil never paid us and none of that." You never said you wanted money. Our agreement was there was no payment to come. In fact, and this is the truth of the matter, people
and this is the truth of the matter. And we now know that when he says, "I'm being very honest," or the truth of the matter, he's not actually means he's being honest.
At that time,
he just means he wants you to pay attention. Sound good?
In reality, I probably made $300 on that video. That's it. 180,000 views, you know, it doesn't equate to a lot of money. It's like $300 or $300 on a video like that.
That's a lot, dude, for one shitty video.
So if you
that's a lot.
Okay, Project 7 had 4 episodes plus a few trailers or whatever. What did I make? Like $1,000 on the whole thing? Well, guess what? I spent more money myself on Project 7 than I ever made, because I bought all the prop guns, the replicas, those guns you saw in the videos that were hundreds of dollar props. I bought all those.
I wasted a whole bunch of money on toys.
I was buying supplies for the shoot.
So it's you guys
financing
have the liability.
So I spent more money.
I spent the money on toys.
There was no profit. It was not a profitable thing at all. In fact, it was a loss. The t-shirts that we had, all right, the t-shirts that we had bought to sell, we didn't sell half of them.
That's business degree, though. You need to have a business degree to understand that, I think.
I ever made. And the funny part about
I'm gonna go heat up some water and make tea. I'll be right back.
He's so angry at me because we invested money in these shirts and he never got paid for the shirts. Dude, I still have half of them in the fucking house. We didn't sell them. If you don't sell it, there's no profit to fucking pay it off. I never got my money back for the shirts, so why should you? That was what you call a bad investment. We put money into something that didn't sell. The series got canceled because your friends in Respect the Pack decided not to continue with the series because they weren't getting the exposure that they wanted. So they had sour grapes about putting so much work into the series and not getting the exposure they wanted. Oops, we had already agreed with Phil that we weren't going to take any money, so they just quit, and then we couldn't sell shirts anymore. It's my fault, so now I'm supposed to give all Howard's money back that he invested into these shirts, even though I didn't make my money back. So I'm going to take not only a loss for the investment, but now I'm going to pay him his money back and lose a double investment. You see what I mean? This is insanity. But this is how I guess these guys were thinking. They thought that Project 7 was going to be some giant cash cow that was going to get them rich and famous or something. I don't fucking know. But for anyone to come
meanwhile
say that I did anything dishonest when in reality I was the
Meanwhile, what was in your driveway?
Whole situation. We
Philip,
purposely had meetings before.
What was in your driveway?
To make sure we were all on the same page about it. And
how much money were you making on your shitty
it was all passive
YouTube videos? How much were you spending on Supercard at the time?
Of why they quit the show. Howard over the years became more disgruntled and didn't really want to be in my.
Can you throw some numbers around just so I can get some idea of what I'm dealing with here?
A video made randomly in 2015, a year after I had moved out of Connecticut. Oh well, we want, you know, he never paid us and all this. I'm like, now wait a minute. I lived.
So the man that was making literally 150-ish grand a year doing nothing but getting drunk and playing the newest Spider-Man game all night the day it came out. Oh my god.
It's
Are
stupid
you
shit.
fucking kidding me right now?
They hold in all this resentment and anger towards me and then make a video about it, you know, years later, when in reality, none of what they were saying was fucking
dodged
true.
an
It was
ATGM.
their expectations of what was going to come out of the project, not actually what we had talked about and agreed to when we started work on the project, okay? So, no, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's okay. It's my own fault because I've got 11.3s in my lineup, so I'm getting up to it every time. I could do better if I went line up with this one and just this one and Wolfpack,
that
but
never happened. Okay. In fact, like I told you guys, I lost money on Project 7.
I don't really
paid
care.
John half of everything that we were making. So all these misconceptions about Project 7 and that kind of stuff is all lies.
it's more my fault than the game's fault.
Right.
So, but I appreciate you looking out for me.
I gotta talk about this one. Phil made money off of his dead friends.
Oh.
Okay. So you might say, well, how the hell did someone say that?
Stupid
Where would that
bitch.
come from? Okay. Well, over the years, I've been doing this for 11 years now. I have shows and podcasts where I do a variety of content, and I used to have a podcast where I would talk about a variety of topics.
The shot asshole.
And there were 2 shows in particular, all right, where I talked about and did tributes to 2 friends of mine who had passed away.
No
One
way.
was
Where'd he go?
actually my very old rival in Street Fighter. His name was T. Carter. All right, and I'd grown up with this kid in the 1990s at the same video arcade. We played each other all the time.
Yeah. This is like Alex Stromboli
and
from
actually got me into competitive Street Fighters. If it wasn't for him, I'll be very honest, I always didn't take it that seriously. He was the one who convinced me to take
what was
Street
it?
Fighter seriously and
The American Vandal.
Stuff. He was the one who got me into it. So one episode,
Where'd this motherfucker go?
I did a tribute segment to him because I'd gone to a tournament, and
Lord,
someone who had
me.
known him handed me all these beautiful pictures of him at a tournament that he had gone to. I was like, my God, I teared up. I was so happy. I was like, man, I miss this guy so much. And to get this meant so much to me that this fan had given me these pictures.
Actual Alex Stromboli segment. If you don't know who that is, watch American Vandal. This is very funny, and then you'll understand.
Dedicated to the memory of T. Carter. I talked all about how he was always better than me at Street Fighter. All the stuff, you know. I'm not going to go into detail about it because that's not what this is about. But it was a very heartfelt thing. And then after I finished the podcast, people say you made money off your dead friends' memories. What? Now, that podcast was over 2 hours long. And probably about a half an hour was the tribute to my friend T. There were many other topics and things discussed.
And what he's
on
trying
the
to
show.
say here is that anybody else could do this and nobody would question it, but the fact that it's him doing it automatically makes it not okay. And he's right. That's exactly how it works. Because you could make money off your dead friends if you weren't an asshole. Nobody would question it.
That run on that television show, right? I mean, God
Talk about your dead friends all the time. Because, well, this is a legitimate complaint. Like, this is, why are people...
Dead friends' memory. It's insane. Now, the other thing
because
is,
you're an asshole. It actually is that simple.
My friend Scott Hovanesian, who was actually a friend of T's, he was the person who got T.
I wish it was more complicated than that, but it just isn't.
Too much about the circumstances of
Like, if you're not an asshole, you can talk about your dead friends all you want. Nobody's gonna say anything. You can make money off your dead friends.
It's really sad.
As long as you're not an asshole.
Podcast to do a very small segment where I discussed the passing of him and saying rest.
Yeah, and it's because like you
you
just can feel the insincerity of it all. It's so fucking fake and forced, and like you really just don't give a fuck, do you? Like, you don't care about T. Carter. You care about the money you can make off of him.
You gotta be brain dead to think that that's the true thing. I didn't make a fucking single a video just about it.
I didn't kill him? Are you fucking kidding me?
In a large show to someone who went
no way. How was that not kill? It's a fucking Heat FS. Oh my lord, that's frustrating.
It really is insanity. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
That's so fucking unlucky.
I really can't.
All right, well.
Here's one.
Time for clickbait.
I didn't even hear about this one until today. I groomed 2 fangirls and used them for sex and extra money.
That might be a skill issue, though. What just happened?
What? What the?
It might be a skill issue, though.
I don't know how you could even say that. Where's there any evidence of that? I mean, I don't even know where that's coming from. I have no clue where the fuck that's coming from.
Yeah.
Like,
guess what?
And I didn't make that up.
Wrong. Next.
That I pulled right off.
This is like the Michael Scott boom roasted segment, except for it's not funny. Michael Scott boom roasted segment was funny. This is not.
And it wasn't until like when I started dating Kat that I made things more private. But you guys know how busy I am. You guys know how much I work. You guys see I'm on stream all the time. I'm making videos constantly. When the fuck was I secretly grooming 2 fangirls for these covert meetings and shit? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you fucking talking about, you lame brain pieces of dumb fucking shit?
Phil
Yeah, get breached,
said that
idiot.
he needed money for taxes, and he used it to buy an escort from Europe to fly the escort multiple times across the world to spend time.
That guy's hella injured. Well, at least I'll get an assist from that.
And all that. And
assuming he ever dies, which that's not.
All debunked because that was.
Yeah, that already got debunked, you idiot.
Like a middle-aged couple over in fucking like Central Europe.
Oh, the escort saga, by the way.
Catfishing people for like a decade doing this, and they were using other people's personas and online profiles.
Hey, shout out Persona.
To have to pretend to be other people, and what they would end up doing is try to blackmail people. So I think what their game was is that.
And who figured that out, Dave?
To me by lying on the internet and saying that, oh, I'm an escort, that I was a Phil or whatever. They were going to try to blackmail me and say, well, if you pay us a certain amount of money, we'll go away and never say this ever again. But I don't.
How did you figure that out?
I already had so many people talking shit about me. I didn't care, and I just said fuck you, and I ignored it, and it went away within 2 months when finally people did the
fun. This game is what you call
this crazy couple doing insane shit.
Fun. Amazing.
But again, this is another thing that people still to this day say Phil had an escort. It's like, no, actually that one was 100% completely debunked, but people still believe it because they're fucking morons.
Fun.
I wanted to hit an 11-year-old girl. You're right. I just wanted to just, punch a girl right in the fucking face. I cop up to that one.
Well,
no, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's what you said, so he just assumed. Fuck you, bro. I thought he was dead.
I don't know what it is. What it's supposed to be. And there was a girl on there who obviously should not have been playing VR chat unsupervised. You could tell
right through the turret.
Like 11 years old, probably accurate. That's about
right through the fucking turret armor. The thickest part of the turret armor, just directly into it. Fucking one-hitter quitter.
Swears and sexual things and all kinds of fucked up
this
stuff.
This game is
fun. That's just crazy, right? But there was a girl who I walked into a room and literally
by his own admission, he's like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to punch her right in the face."
I didn't even say a word.
Well, there you go.
And she was saying like nasty shit direct to me. I was like, "Damn, that girl needs a fucking smack or something." I don't even remember exactly what I said, but it was a reactionary thing. Saying,
yeah, it's literally fun. For
in my day when I was growing up and I was a kid, if I acted like that, my parents would smack me right in the head. That's just how it was back then.
No, they wouldn't.
Today, God forbid anyone ever touch a kid.
No, they wouldn't actually.
You get disciplined for acting like a shithead to people.
No, you didn't.
So I made a
Dave, did you get disciplined for acting like a shithead about the Wolverine toy? Let's go there. Did you? So I think the problem is that you didn't get disciplined properly. I think that's the real problem, is that you just didn't get disciplined properly. And I think if your mom, if mommy Linda Burnell would have let her perfect little baby boy get smacked around a little bit by, like, if she would have let her husband smack around her little shithead son a little bit, then you wouldn't be in this predicament. So wait a minute, I'll do fuck. Anyway,
the cuff comment about that.
It was an off the cuff comment,
kid,
dude.
By the way, it was a private comment. It wasn't like I ran up to the kid's face and insulted the kid. It was just to my streaming audience. I said, "Damn, that girl deserves a smack for acting like that." And they twisted that into Phil wants to beat up an 11-year-old girl. What the fuck? Now, if I had actually said on stream I want to beat up an 11-year-old girl, do you think I'd be on Twitch today? Of course not. They would have banned me. But
that didn't age well, now did it?
It's absolute stupidity that things that
oh, no way, bro.
Okay.
No fucking way.
Let's see here.
Head into him. You guys ready for the one-hitter quitter?
Okay. Let's get into more recent stuff, shall we? Let's get into...
Oh, I'm a two-hit now.
All the crap that people are saying, recently.
What a lot of people are saying.
Things such as...
Oh!
Oh, hold on a second.
Got him!
Oh, forget that. Never mind.
I think what all the adults say to that is grit fuck.
It was nothing interesting at all. Alright, let's talk about recently. I mean, anyone who's been watching my stuff in the last 2 years...
I just guess. I don't even have a fucking rangefinder. I just guessed.
Every time that it looks like I'm getting ahead somehow, sadly, I get screwed. Alright? First, It was the YouTube adpocalypse in early 2017 when
And then that fucking asshole PewDiePie ruined it for everybody.
So I changed myself up.
What's up, Incorrect Beans? Welcome, dude.
To a full-time streamer, and I started to recover. Things were actually getting good. Then I get a message from the Washington State Department of Revenue that I was supposed to be paying state business taxes ever since I moved here in 2014, and I hadn't for years. Oh,
So fucking useless. And he one-clicks me. I can't wait to see where this lands. I can't wait to see where this went.
It wasn't my fault.
Oh, look at that. Right. Yep. Sounds good.
And then the next thing is YouTube. Well, first of all, you know, losing a partnership that I had with Curse on YouTube. Then losing monetization on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, which I didn't do anything. It was a Google Plus error.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong there either, by the way.
Every time that it looks
Yeah, dude, this right here, that plate, that's this right here, just might as well not even be there. Just save on weight and make it out of, like, aircraft aluminum or something. Because it doesn't stop anything. Just put tinfoil there and it'll pretty much do the same thing. As long as it's load bearing.
Pay this last year, and I'm going on a payment plan.
It's a chain link fence.
Okay. Now, I don't have anyone who
I know it's a skill issue, but I can still make memes about it.
Who's made of money, who I can ask for stuff. So for me, I'm really just I'm dependent on trying to figure shit out for myself, and I share this stuff with you guys, and I have to say, you guys have been so insanely supportive. Seriously, insanely supportive and just insanely cool about it, and helped me out so many times over the years with this shit that's happened. And I don't like sharing that kind of stuff with you, because when you come to my
I don't like begging for money, but you guys give me money, so why wouldn't I beg? Think about it.
Right? You don't want to hear about my financial woes and stuff. Well, being very honest with all of you.
Be very honest. Doesn't mean I'm telling the truth. I just want you to listen. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, that's a friendly. God damn it.
Job. I probably would have had to declare bankruptcy and go get like a part-time job, or 2-3 part-time jobs, you know. And
really, really, Dave.
All right, but some of the biggest misconceptions about this is that when I ask for help, that I go and I blow money.
Tinfoil, aluminum, triangular parallel. I don't get the meme, but I know there's a meme there, so I'll just laugh anyway.
What I said it was going to be. All right.
I got a hit. We got
to talk about this one, because this one goes years back too.
Oh fuck! I think I might. No, it's too late.
Project 7 reboot. Phil stole fan donations that went towards a Project 7.
Oh, here we go. You hear this? Horse fucker Keith?
Right,
you listening? Are you listening?
I didn't steal anything. What they're talking about is a Patreon goal level that was hit for 1 month in the summer of like 2015. Maybe it was 2016, but I'm almost positive it was as far back.
What was it for, though?
Not stole. It was raised legitimately via a Patreon goal level. All right. Fan donations. They weren't fan donations. They were Patreon contributions. That's different.
Yeah, contributions are not stolen.
Wrong. It wasn't for a Project 7 reboot. It was for me to take some time out that month to do a Project 7 reboot trailer.
Oh fuck. Trailer.
Probably going to be 30 seconds long.
Oh, hello.
Okay. So for years I've been slandered.
Later, nerd. Oh fuck.
That you stole money from your viewers for a Project 7 reboot, and none of that statement is true at all. What really happened was, when I used to do
the trailer.
I would have
this is for a trailer, you fucking idiot. But did you make the trailer?
This month, I'll do this. If we raise $500 this month, I'll do this.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Stop asking questions.
I would take time away from doing gameplay for a while, probably maybe 2-3 nights a week, to work on this Project 7 reboot trailer. And sorry about that indigestion.
But then what happened?
If I remember correctly, it was like a tier 3 goal, so we had already.
But then everybody just said don't make it, and I'm like, okay. And you just read somebody. It was literally, if you want an actual like history lesson on this.
The goal was from $450 to $800. So if we raised those $350 extra, I would.
A non-pen fucking kill me. And he's just gonna one-click me, isn't he?
Making videos.
God, look at this legend.
Videos because I raised it via Patreon. I'm gonna work on a Project 7 trailer. Okay. So essentially, That's what was supposed to happen. It didn't happen, and the reason it didn't happen.
God, I
is
didn't
because
range
two
it
reasons.
properly.
Number one, because that
Fucking amateur hour. Oh, somebody got him.
And people actually knew there was a very, very busy gaming season coming up that fall with lots of hot new releases they wanted to see me play.
I didn't range it properly. But the non-pen at the beginning was very funny.
Wanted to see me play and complete before the fall.
This isn't the Virgin shell either. This is a fucking M829A1.
You guys want to see the Project 7 trailer?
No, I didn't range the second one though. The second one's actual skill issue. First one I can bitch about, but
the consensus was do the other stuff.
Second one I'm just bad.
About the Project 7 trailer. All right, back then I used to struggle because every month I was struggling. I need 2-3 goals for Patreon. I would just pull shit out of my ass that sometimes people didn't really care about. And honestly, that Project 7 trailer was really one of them. In fact, I will be very honest with all of you.
I'll be very honest, which means I'm not telling the truth.
Okay.
It means I need you to listen. That's what it means. Just in case you didn't know that.
Back then, there was one guy who was very upset with me. One guy was so upset with me, he said, I'm not going to watch your content anymore.
Yeah, it was Horse Fucker Keith. The biggest cuck in the Vortex award goes to...
I know who he is to this day.
More of a cuck than Ryan.
Right.
Think about
That
that.
actually hurt me because I was like, man, I let people down. There was someone
'Cause you
who
let
actually
Horse
really cared
Fucker
about the
Keith-
trailer, and I let him down because he really
You
wanted
scammed
to
the fuck out of him
Outside
with
of that,
no
everyone else
remorse.
cared. All right. Now,
Outside
what
of Horse
I did, I
Fucker
didn't
Keith,
say,
nobody
oh,
cares. So
50 extra
it was
dollars.
only Horse Fucker Keith
No,
that
what I said
cared.
is the next month
So
I'm
therefore,
gonna do
nobody
my
cared.
Patreon goals by $350. I said, instead of having a tier 1 goal at $250, we're just gonna do a special goal just to start.
That's what he's saying. He's like, oh, it's only Horse Fucker Keith that cared, so therefore nobody cared.
Again, these are not correct.
So nobody then.
I'm pulling out of my butt. I'm just giving you an example. Okay?
And
So
he
that
continued
for the next month, we were
to
gonna
mod an admin and fucking run interference for him in YouTube comments well after
I
this.
didn't make the Project 7 trailer. I never made it, but it was because my.
Why is the biggest cuck in the Vortex? More so than Ryan, because at least DSP like plays along with Ryan's weird like mental breakdowns.
I stole money and didn't do Project 7 again, even though none
So
of
like,
that
yeah, he gives him
was
money, but he's not like repeatedly
And
humiliated
I actually
like Horse
gave it
Fucker
back
Keith.
kind of the next
So
month
if
via
Coffee
local
Cuck wants to
other
get that
things.
title,
All right.
he's gonna have to work really hard. This is different when you give like you give somebody a bunch of money, like that's one level of cuckoldry, but
you can't.
when you just repeatedly humiliate somebody and they continue coming like riding to your aid,
Project 7, it's not like a crowd.
that is a massive, that's like a
It's
whole
GoFundMe,
nother.
You know, when you go to a
Whatever, you get it.
Kickstarter and you want to finance a campaign, oh, I paid you $5 because I wanted to see you make a video game, right? That's not how it is. People give me Patreon money because just in general, some people just like the content I put out.
deserve that.
Some people
Moved
are
up too
actually
far.
directly pledging to get a perk level.
Oh, what a
or
fucking
levels.
angle. God, that kid got Christmas
So they're all
early and then he died.
pledging for different reasons. You can't specifically say, okay, well, I had 1,000 people who pledged to my Patreon this month. Gee, I wonder how many actually pledged just to see the Project 7 reboot. How do I refund them specifically their money? You can't.
don't.
It's impossible. It's just a stupid
You
thing.
follow through with your
Here's
Patreon or you
like,
get
oh,
banned.
see, Phil didn't refund any money.
But Horse
That's
Fucker
why
Keith
he
is
sold
too big of a
it. You
cuck
can't
to
refund
complain to
money, dumbass,
Patreon
but that's the thing.
because
People
Patreon shut
do
down.
shit just to make me look bad, okay? So the whole Project 7 thing was complete nonsense, all right? But in
Wait, but
regards
you just
to
said it
the
wasn't though. You just
things
said
that
exactly what happened
fun, there were 2 specific times, all right, when
and
I
how it
never
wasn't
happened.
bullshit, but now it's
Once
bullshit.
was in
Okay.
fall
Sounds
slash
good.
Late 2017.
Sounds good to
because I
me,
needed
man.
to pay a state tax payment by the end
No,
of 2017,
don't
and then I had to pay
fucking
a
shoot.
bunch of
Oh
money
my
in
God.
2018
No,
for
no,
state
no, no, no.
taxes, okay? I announced this dilemma of mine in November of 2017 on my Thanksgiving Day podcast. I did a Thanksgiving Day special podcast, and I announced
Hello.
this problem to my viewing audience on Thanksgiving Day 2017. You can go
He's
back
ready
and
for a
watch it.
meme and a
Subscribe
half.
over
Oh,
my
shit,
vlog
I lost
channel,
him.
The King of Hate Vlogs. All right. Now, during 2017
Oh, shit.
was the year when early in the year I broke up with my ex, and I started talking to and then dating my now wife, Kat. Okay.
My
Now, Kat didn't live
my
around
mom
me,
wife.
and she had to visit me a couple times. I had to take time
my
away
God,
from
I'm
streaming.
dead.
And stuff
He's coming
to spend
back for
time
me.
with her. I didn't disclose that was happening because I knew if I did, people would be trying to get up in our private shit. All right. But what people say to this day, Phil raised all that money for the taxes so he could secretly fly his new girlfriend across the country to spend time with him.
You did though.
Now let's look at the timeline.
Fuck off, bro. No, I knew it was gonna happen.
2017.
What a fucking Giga Chad though. I'm not even mad.
Which I believe was October of 2017 because she actually helped me.
Yeah, why do I get all the funniest clips with DSP Talk? I did a whole stream of this morning. I played for like 4 hours and nothing interesting happened. I've already had a bunch of meme clips and all of them have DSP or Rich talking in the background. It's fucking bullshit.
So he could raise funds, go back in time, and pay for the 2 visits beforehand. You fucking dumbasses. You talk out of your fucking asses about this stuff.
Asses.
The most crazy, controversial, insane theories that make no fucking sense. It's such a weird conspiracy.
Fucking
How
sense.
the fuck do you think that money that I talked about and raised later in the year paid for the trips that happened earlier? You fucking buffoons.
He's like out of breath.
Doesn't make any sense. Now,
He's seething and coping. He's seething so hard he's out of breath. Have you ever seethed that hard?
For
I have. I did this morning actually. I'm gonna go make some tea. I'll be right back.
Was that if I didn't raise enough money to get out of this state tax situation, I didn't know how I was going to pay the state taxes. And because of that, I was afraid the state would either put a lien on my home, or I didn't know how much it was going to be that I owed the state at that point. And I was thinking tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had no idea. And I was thinking I might have to sell my house. All right. So I actually told Kat at that point, I don't even know if we can plan our next trip. I don't know when's the next time I can see you. You know, this really sucks. Because obviously, you know, at that point, we had been dating for months. I spent a lot of time with her, and it was working out. We wanted to advance to the next stage of our relationship, and we couldn't because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen with all these taxes and everything. I had no clue what was going to happen with taxes and all that stuff.
She was still still
life was on hold. Now,
still
you know, and I'm so grateful that you guys and gals and fans helped me out and raised enough money so that I paid off the state taxes. I was able to handle it. And because of that, Kat was able to move in with me.
So we were dating while she was living with Superman. That's what you just said.
I mean,
he didn't say that, but I mean, it's impossible to be any other way when you load the timeline. Yeah, I don't want to like run any other programs though, because dude, 1080p 60, 1080 60, a game and NVIDIA broadcast running at the same time is like, it's all my computer can do to just stream that. Like, I'm asking a lot of this thing, and I need to beg hard for a new PC. So wait, do I have? No. No, I have OBS.
Okay.
Is it in like an OBS extension? Maybe I'll have to look into it. You know, instead of just shooting it down, why don't I actually look into that after the stream?
New husband making mistakes. Sorry about that, Kat, and I feel real bad about that. But you know.
I got some idiot in the stream chat. He's telling something about like he says Steel Series. So I don't know. He's just talking. Nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and ban him really quick.
I'm afraid it's gonna slip off my finger and go down the drain or something.
Okay, sounds good.
Now I'm looking, oh god, I didn't have it on. I actually my heart. I was like, oh fuck, I feel like a dick. So thank you to.
But like if I go to actually record,
all right.
like record on a separate track, it cucks me.
All right. Continuing on here. So yeah, it's insanity that people say that I lied about taxes to raise money.
God, I'm just running into the middle of the open.
To spend time with me. She flew out here to visit me before I ever even announced my tax problems. There's no fucking way that could have ever happened. And the timeline is there. You can see that when the video came out and when I started talking about
credit card though. You could have those JPEGs on your credit card. You don't need to pay it off right away.
Okay. Now,
where was he? God, I hate not having thermals.
I had this issue with my federal taxes, and I
the problem is, like, I'll show you guys. Check this out. So it's like running pretty smooth, honestly. It's like I've dropped
and you guys, between you guys helping
0% of frames. Now watch this. I'm gonna start recording. Watch what happens. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
This payment plan for the taxes that I didn't pay in the last year, and that's in process right now. Okay, that's all in process. It's happening right now. I'm actually supposed to get a notice from the IRS this month of actual physical letter, supposedly saying. Blah, blah,
okay,
blah,
so the last time I did, okay, now I feel stupid because the last time I did this, it actually just almost shut down my computer.
Qualified for it, thank God.
But it's actually doing fine for some, I don't know.
Was going on already. I have been in
I just need an Alienware PC with the LEDs and the shiny lights in the background. I need all of that.
60s, but Each of them has different health problems. My dad has problems with.
And then it'll solve my problems. So then it's gonna cost about $3,000.
Over the years, and they're basically at the time of their lives.
That was pretty good.
Happen at any day, they could take a turn for the worse, and it could be that's it. So they want knowing that I was living with Kat for a year and we were engaged and that we were in love with each other. They wanted us to
this will teach me for updating past Windows 8.1. Bunch of fucking assholes. All right, I'm gonna stop recording then because there's no point.
To ourselves away from all the stress of work or whatever. Because the thing is, I talk to my parents every single week. Every weekend, I call my parents and I talk to them. And I tell them all about myself and what's going on with my life and everything.
There's nothing that ever goes on in your life, Dave.
100%. They laugh at all the shit that people say and do about me slanderously because they know it's all bullshit.
I don't think I don't know that they do though.
For the trip out there, they paid for the room and board.
If this was my kid, I would, well, it's a little late to smack him around. I don't know if it would do any good, but I would try. I'd be like, all right, son.
They helped pay for all the supplies. And then, of course, the big thing was we got married while we were out there, but it was a very small ceremony. It was held inside my parents' house. It was only a few.
And then that's when we began the 10-year plan.
Ceremony with no money was really spent at all on the ceremony.
We didn't spend any money, but we did spend money on JPEGs on the flight home.
Was on a new belt, a pair of shoes, and a tie. The suit that I have is 10 years old, and that's the suit I wore. Okay, everything else my parents paid for because they wanted
shit just happens.
They wanted us to get married. They wanted us to spend time with them. They wanted.
And I think the real problem is Halo Infinite, and I just don't want to play that game anymore.
Kind of meaningful time.
Game is actually toxified. Is that a?
So.
Is that a rock or a tank? That's a rock.
All that being said.
Hey, I love that podcast.
I raised funds for these federal taxes before the trip out there. All right. And
then mommy and daddy made the difference, split the difference.
Took all that money for the taxes and he spent it on his wedding. All right. I just want you to think how stupid this sounds. The week before.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off. You peaked then? Is this fucking real life?
To get married and spend time with my parents, I raised money to pay for the wedding. On what fucking planet do you think that you pay for a wedding the day that it happens? I mean... It really just gets me. Like, huh? Like...
Okay. That wasn't even my smoke. Somebody smoked it and cucked me. And gave Mr. T90 a free kill. I couldn't see anything. Sounds good to me.
It has to be done up front, early. You know, it's insane that these people just think that like
fun game. This is a fun game.
Had a fake tax crisis and immediately spent the money to pay.
Dude, I would never admit any of this.
So the plane tickets
I would never admit any of this. If I had done anything like this, I would just honestly leave it alone and move forward positively.
All the things that I've addressed. I'm just going to read them again. Are you guys ready?
And here we go.
Threw his fiance under the bus and turned her private medical issue into a
especially because there's so much in what he's saying that is not true that then got retconned later.
Lied about money issues for a year, non-stop begging for cash while flying a girl out to see him. Didn't happen.
Yeah, it actually did.
To move the woman in with him didn't happen.
That actually did.
Donations to marry the woman didn't happen.
That actually did.
Donations that went towards the Project 7 reboot didn't happen. Refused to pay friends for the work they did.
That did happen.
And you only used them to make money and make more off of dead friends until he lost them all. Didn't happen.
All of this happened, by the way. And saying it didn't happen doesn't
2 fangirls and
doesn't change the fact.
Oh.
And now she's righteously indignant all over again.
Yeah. This is the one that gets me the most. Everyone's a paid shill tweet. Okay? Apparently, last year...
How are they already... The game just fucking started! And he's in our base.
What happened was...
Oh my god, in our base, the fattest flank of all time. Oh no, he's not. He's just in a little gay little sweaty spot. Sounds good to me.
Where we wanted to do some fun stuff together. But we knew that we couldn't really afford to do much. Alright? And what we decided to do is called a staycation, where you take some time away from your work to kind of stay at home and do stuff around the house. Alright? And we had some plans of projects we wanted to do around the house. One of the things we wanted to do, I'm revealing this for the first time ever, was go to the Space Needle. We live in a suburb of Seattle and we wanted to drive in to Seattle for one day and do some touristy things in Seattle. And
Dude,
then
that's
come
so
home. I
sad.
didn't
That is
disclose any
so
of this
sad.
to any of you because I was afraid if I did, you'd have assholes trying to fuck with us, trying to show up at
I
the
think
Space
this
Needle
dude
and
is
do
up
stupid
here.
shit. Who knows,
I think I got shot
right?
from the left, and he's probably still in the
So
exact
this
same
was
little
last
spot.
year. This was 2018.
Bet you
It was a
he's
week
right.
when we had all these plans to do all these things
Plans.
together.
Yeah, there he
And it was
is.
gonna
Sure
be a
enough.
fun time.
Oh, he just left. No, go back, you asshole. Don't do me like that.
It was going to be a really fun time, hopefully, or at the very least,
Literally
because it was a
right
time where we got
there.
to spend
He
time together.
just moved.
What ended up happening was,
Oh,
she got
he's going to
sick.
see.
All right, so we ended up doing a few things, but she ended up getting sick. The whole week was a disaster. This was supposed to be our week where we spend time together and do fun, meaningful stuff as a new couple living together. You know, because at that point we'd only lived
What
together
the
for a few
fuck,
months.
man?
And it was
Ricochet!
She got sick and we couldn't do anything.
Holy fuck,
she
dude.
was just awful sick. And here I am
Oh,
feeling
got my
fucking
breach.
miserable.
This is fun.
And I'm like, this
This is
sucks
fun
for me.
game.
Planned this for a while.
Literally
I was
top
sick,
attack,
so
and I
took
get-
time off of work after this.
I
to
get
do anything.
breached.
So it was just a really terrible time where it's like we're supposed to be spending time, but instead I'm sitting here with my girlfriend who's miserable.
Oh my god, he can hit me from there. I didn't know I was exposed. I've been exposed, and I'm dead.
Right? And when this happened,
Another fun round.
I was
Another
contacted
fun
by
round
a
at
few
top tier.
fans who were like, Phil, are you aware that people are playing State of Decay 2?
Literally top attack Sabo.
And you know, you go to their streams and people are actually tossing.
He sees one
$10,000
pixel at the top of my turret, instantly breach
for
gone.
them, you know, because basically they're
Yep,
showing off.
fun
this
game.
early,
Really,
and I'm like,
really fun game,
it really
actually.
rubbed me the wrong way. All right, and I put out a tweet that was really stupid, that was worded incorrectly. That if you just read it for what it said something that was not what I was meaning to say. All right, what I wanted to say was I 100% disagree.
What's the
with
DM33? I don't know the German ammo.
Developers putting out video games where they put them out early for special.
Yeah, this game's about to get sent to ban world because I keep losing, and that's the worst offense. Is if I lose.
To do it because it's a special sponsored stream, but now their viewers are so happy because they get to see a game early, they throw them thousands of dollars extra. All right, it's bullshit. It's a very bad practice, especially because in particular there was a certain person playing State of Decay 2 early who was told by the company, you may not give your opinion on the game because there's a review embargo until the middle of the week. So in the middle of the week, then you can begin to give your opinions. You could play the game early, but you're not allowed to actually give any criticism of the game while you play it until the middle of the week.
Actually.
So it's a paid advertisement then. That's exactly what it is. You can't criticize the game. It's a paid advertisement. All right. Now,
Yeah, this is when I was in Seattle.
I hate this practice. This practice.
With my woman on vacation. We're literally tweeting about State of Decay 2 shills.
You're getting people who, number one, are spoiling the game weeks early, who, number two, are telling you a game is good, or at least showing a game, and, like, I'm not allowed to say anything bad, so it makes it look good. So you'll go buy the game when in reality that game is not
Yeah,
good.
we
State
get
of
it,
Decay 2
Dave.
was one of
It's not the
worst
fact that you
games
did
ever.
it. It's the
My
fact that
opinion.
you did it.
It was. It was inferior to the first game. It was poorly made. It was full of bugs. It was just a piece of
He
garbage.
just doesn't get it.
And
This is
was
just like...
off, but people
This is
ran
probably
out
his
and bought
best
it.
rant
There's
ever
not many people
because
who got that game early,
it's so, like...
right, and played it on Twitch, made a ton of bank on it.
It's so
for a bad
funny
game, and people
that
ran out and bought it based on
that
hype
somebody
and
like this
interviews,
just has
which is
no idea
unfair.
why
It's-
people
it's-
make fun of him.
Not
No idea why
making
people
right.
criticize him.
It's a
Just
paid
has no
advertisement,
clue.
Being a shill. It is being a shill for a company. Okay.
And like he's not wrong. Like nothing he's saying is objectively wrong per se. Like you could argue against it.
Excuse me,
God, I'm
Assassin's
dead.
Creed
I'm
Odyssey
dead already.
as a sponsor
But,
stream on Twitch.
Like
Here's the
he's
difference
just
between
mad that
Odyssey
he's
and
not part of
criticized.
the in
I was
buddy
able to
club
be
that gets
fair with
the
game. I was
review
told
copies or
you
whatever.
criticize the game fairly when you're playing it. You can give your opinions on it. You can be honest about what you're experiencing in game. And I was. I didn't pull any
Double,
punches when I was
yeah.
playing
There's that, but
Odyssey.
and like that's honestly the reason why it's like he gets like criticized for it. Like if you want to criticize the objective behavior, that's one thing.
So I was
But he's
able
like,
to
oh, I'm
be
sorry.
honest
Oh
with
no, I'm
you
not
guys.
sorry. Oh wait, you're all
I played
shills. Oh,
early,
by the way, I don't
and I
like.
made a little bit of extra money on
I'm
it.
being
That's far
virtuous, even
different
though it's
from a
necessity is a
sponsored
virtue.
influencer who's playing
Like, necessity is a
early,
virtue is how
the person
Dave
who
lives
has
his whole
access to that
life.
game and gets to play it early, makes thousands of dollars from their viewers, plus thousands of dollars from a fucking
Can't wait
game
to
publisher
turn the
slash
corner and
partner.
get one
I
clapped.
completely disagree with that practice. It's dishonest and it's hurtful to the consumer who now is artificially getting hype and excited for a
Yes,
game
the-
that maybe
the
necessarily
consumer's
they wouldn't
champion,
even play just
aka
'cause they got to see their favorite streamer play
Dark
early,
Side
and
Phil.
they were allowed to criticize it. So basically, all you think is that the game is good. All right. So I disagree with that. But the tweet I put out was completely wrong. The tweet that I put out said something like, everyone who's playing State of Decay 2 early right now is a paid shill, and you shouldn't support their content. You should wait for people who are going to...
I literally never saw him.
By saying it
The
that way,
no
not
thermal's
only
life
did I
is so...
a whole
I was looking directly at him and didn't
like
see
game
him.
journalists who had been
Oh my god.
put out game reviews later in the week.
Really,
But I'd also
ZP?
been
What else from the future?
ass because I didn't elaborate on the topic, and everyone legitimately destroyed me.
I mean, it's the
during this
easiest
week when I
call of
was
all time.
off from doing anything game related
No.
because I was pissed off at the situation.
Alright guys,
at
this
home.
is what it's like with
And you know what?
NBGs.
I'll 100% fess up to it. 100%. That's on me. I fucked up. That was a mistake that I made for sure. Out of all the things that we just listed, that actually happened. I fucked up. I made a bad tweet. It was dumb, and I apologize for it, and I hopefully won't do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but at least if I'm 20 feet away from an enemy tank, the enemy tank will show up in white. At least there's that. Instead of it being natural vision and just having it be black in a black background. Ow.
Alright, I want to end
Who's
with
shooting
the
at me?
hot topic. The topic that the tweet itself
Oh, somebody up there.
that went viral, and all the big content creators are talking about. The tweet were basically, it's my incident. All right, it's my incident. Where in 2016, I accidentally
Turn
showed
it on.
something on stream
Fucking-
I didn't mean to show.
There we go.
All right, and for the first time ever, I can disclose to you what really happened. Behind
I need the
scenes.
tree. I need this tree to be gone. Hello? Thank you.
I mean, I'm a complete bonehead
No?
doing it. I've already
Bruh.
fessed up to doing it
Oh my
every
god,
time.
this is so
The bottom
toxic.
line was at that point in my relationship with my ex, things were not going well. Things
Yeah,
were
basically,
starting to
I
go
was
down the seams.
depressed,
There was a
and
lot
that's why I had to
of
masturbate.
stress.
I had to
And we
masturbate
were
because
not
I was
getting
depressed,
along
and I
at
can't
all.
masturbate
It
if
was
I'm
to the
not
point where,
depressed.
like, we
Sound
were living
good?
together as
Please do.
roommates, but there was no love there anymore. It was kind of just like we're going through the motions to say that we're together, but we weren't really doing anything that was anything fun
Nice,
or
I got rid of an
interesting
ERA
together,
plate.
and we
That's
really,
my
a lot of
fucking
things that we had
consolation
loved to do weren't
prize.
fun anymore. You know what I mean?
I got fucked.
Words. What words did I?
Oh, that's funny.
Uh-oh, did I say something stupid? What did I say? Before I continue, let's see what people say here.
Let's read the chat. Oh no, we got another idiot in chat. Listen to this. You have this idiot
What is
saying,
going on?
Phil, you said...
Oh, it's nothing I said. People put the chat into emotes only mode. Oh, I thought that I had said something bad, and people were saying, watch your words, use your words. I was like, oh shit, okay. I thought I had said something like horrible. Chat was in emotes only mode. Okay. Thank you, guys.
That's
that was
fucking
close. I thought
paranoid. Listen to the paranoia.
I was like,
Okay.
all right, let's
Okay,
try
now,
again. So, at that point in my relationship, it was like around...
And now anyways, back to me being depressed and
So, I was
masturbating.
depressed. I'll be honest, I told you guys before publicly about my depression, that I suffered from depression.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
And it was a time when there was no intimacy to speak of whatsoever.
Whose fault is that?
And I was an idiot. I was a complete idiot. And I did something really stupid behind the scenes that I shouldn't have done. Why the hell?
Wish I could have the
Of all
stationary
times, not
camo.
anything wrong with
Stationary
someone
livery. That'd be very
doing that
chill
in
and
their own
positive
private
and
space.
meaningful.
Why the fuck was I doing it when a pre-stream was running, right? When I had a fucking things running here at the beginning of the stream. It's stupid as fuck. All right, it was one of the dumbest. I had to be the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Can I
mean,
take
seriously,
these trees
the
down,
dumbest
please?
thing
This
I've ever
is
fucking done. It had to be.
oxified.
But that being said,
Shut up.
all
I
right.
love that podcast.
That being said,
Oh my god, I love that podcast.
the things that people say about it to this day are wrong. Now, this happened, first of all,
guess
years
what?
ago. It was early May.
Wrong.
People still say it was like last year, the year before. It was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, but people still bring it up like it was yesterday. They always will. I'll be 90 years old and they'll say, oh, remember that? I know. I'm never going to live it down. What are you going to do? But the things that they say about it are such complete horseshit misconceptions.
Yeah, I wish I used to work at a
First of all,
helicopter company, so this would be more positive. This shit. I'm gonna get fucking killed by a
What?
Vickers.
Phil planned it. Phil intentionally did that. On what world do you think that there would be any benefit from me planning out something like that and purposely doing it? You know what I mean?
What are you doing, dude?
What the fuck are you talking about? What benefit would there have been to me planning out and doing something like that intentionally? I mean,
yeah, that's kind of dumb.
think about the insane risk involved. I could have
even
lost
if
my livelihood. I could have lost my ability to stream on Twitch and YouTube and make YouTube videos. I could have lost. Why would I have planned something like this? I just
didn't.
I don't understand.
And it's not because of that. It might be a brilliant marketing move
at all.
But your ego couldn't handle it.
How anyone could say
your ego couldn't handle people making fun of you like that.
Complete legitimate accident. That's number one. Number two, some people say, "Oh, well, you know, Phil did it."
Oh fuck, that was chatty.
What? First of all, when do I have thousands of children on my stream ever?
You probably do while you're streaming this.
Never. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
During a pre-stream, which is the intro that I run before I actually put out the actual content that I'm streaming.
I'm gonna expose myself to my right flank and die because I'm bored. I'm getting tired of this.
The mic was muted. There wasn't showing the screen of gameplay. It wasn't supposed to be showing me on the screen. Duh. That's why it was an accident. Essentially, if I remember correctly, it was probably about 70 people top. 70 who were actually on the stream, and most people weren't paying attention to the stream because they were just chatting amongst themselves in the stream chat because it was just playing this PS4 dashboard music while the pre-stream was going.
I'm getting this kill.
So how on earth I masturbated in front of thousands of children? Where the fuck did that come from?
Thousands of children. I'll beat a guy
and probably 2 of them accidentally looked up at their screen and said, "What the fuck is that?" And then, you know,
I streamed myself masturbating. I'll beat a guy, cuck life.
You know what I mean?
I'll beat it in front of thousands of children. I can't even see this.
Some people claim that, like, I'm an exhibitionist, and this is something that I always used to do behind the scenes, and it's just nuts. It's just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
The things that
I wish I was driving the Wolfpack right now. TBQH.
I was in a bad time in my life. I was depressed, and I was not having a good relationship with the person who I was with at the time.
I was depressed.
We didn't really see any way out of the situation we were in, and it was painful. And I had a really dumb moment of fucking weakness, and an accident happened.
No, dude, DSP's pulling Hogan's right now. He's going to bed in like probably about an hour, but he's fucking hammered pulling Hogan's, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Oh my god.
Thousands of children watching. It was about 70 people who even had the stream on at the time.
How is that not a kill? It's the transmission. Is this fucking real life, bro?
Hoping for that moment. They're hoping for that moment of weakness. They're hoping for that thing that he can twist or turn into something bad. So they.
Oh no! Oh wait.
Jackpot, right? I've been recording everything Phil's done for the past
Here we go.
7 years. I finally got my moment where now I could turn this into an internet meme, and it did. That's exactly what happened. It turned into an internet meme. It exploded, and for the past 3 years, I never lived it down. I doubt I ever will. But no, Phil did not masturbate in front of thousands of children. Okay, this is not. This never happened. This is a ridiculous nonsense. Yeah, I just find it ludicrous that people still say that kind of stuff. Okay.
Luda.
At this point, that's about what I have, and I've been now going on for about 90 minutes. Like I said, there are many other things that have been said about me over the years. And the truth is that, like I said, a lot of them.
What's the truth of the matter?
When it used to be about gameplay or whatever, would be based off of a snippet of truth here or there. But the things that I've just talked about are the major things that people always say, and they're all false. They're literally every one of them is a lie. And if any of the one of
I thought about that too, ZP.
Phil, you have been
unfortunately
your negativity towards me on live.
Yeah, and then he had the he's jerking off in the hotel room in like 2004 or whatever. That was very positive. Yeah, we're talking about the jerk off stuff.
And it sucks because it's one thing.
Well, I'm not.
It's just gonna be
he
a
is.
That's a joke.
So
it's another thing if it slanders and hurts someone's reputation.
He didn't clean up. Yeah. He was just scratching his leg really hard.
I've been making
'Cause
videos since before.
it's like, oh god, guys,
and I've still lasted this long with all the nasty slander and shit that's been said about me, which is why, you know, when something happens like what just happened with you know who on Twitter and everything, to see me kind of.
This is just a rough grind. I'm about to make a 10.3 lineup so I can get down tiered sometimes and actually
out of nowhere, right?
start to maybe make some progress with the stock
You
Abrams.
want me to field questions from the stream chat? The bottom line is this: I could do that.
This is just the way the shit
I've already
goes.
told you guys what's off limits. I'm not going to talk any more about my ex, and I'm not talking about Cat. I can't. This is stuff that's personal shit.
I'm not
and
talking
it's
about
not
Cat.
mine to talk about.
Sounds good.
When it comes to that kind of shit, and the bottom line is a lot of the stuff that people say has nothing to do with me anyway. Like they're pulling up personal shit about my wife from years and years ago.
Yeah, from when you were dating, when she was with
care to look it up and or
when she was with Superman, and you were flying her out to come shack up with you in the pig pen.
So, what I will do, and I apologize, guys, because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to read all these shout-outs, but I am going to...
yeah, I don't have my streamer bot open. I could have it ding whenever I say literally, because I say that a lot. And then I forget it's there, and then I'll be like mad about something, and then I'll go ding. I'm like...
Soda poppin', the lightning god, Hodor Targ.
That's when I say I did nothing wrong.
Hodor Targ.
Streamer bot's toxified and getting sent to ban world really quick.
Gifter, another anonymous gifter. J Salt.
Dude, I can't see anything. I'm just fucking running in. I'm
Freddie
going
Mac
in. I'm probably dead already. How am I alive still?
Tip.
I haven't seen anybody.
Our homies here for a $5.50 tip.
I'm so fucking dead.
Pro Jared apparently tipped me $5. Yeah, fucking right. Jim apparently tipped me $5. Eternal
Oh my god, it did nothing. Oh wait, he's giving me a free hit.
It's worth has resubscribed for 6 months. Tokido Bison had cheered again.
Look at this fucking Turbo Virgin. I didn't even get an assist for that.
$5 tonight, apparently. Pretty impressive that I
Turbo Virgin shells feels fucking
right,
bad, man.
A legit question. Someone tipped me $1 and asked, did I get Almighty Tevin kicked off of Twitch TV? No, I wholeheartedly will 100% tell you to your face, look into the camera as I say it as well, in case someone said,
oh yeah, and he looks away from the camera, by the way. If anybody was curious.
I didn't even know about it until after the fact. People came in and told me.
Are you kidding me?
Pissed off people.
No.
You do stuff.
No. Oh, I hit a rock, then a tree. And then he died. No, he's alive.
Eventually hold you accountable for shit that you've done. And
dude, this is a hard knock life right now.
Shit about, you know, my relatives.
Dude, can I stop hitting the fucking rock? This is a skill issue, but I want to blame the game.
Like that, and I get the feeling that you rubbed the wrong person the wrong way, and they wrote Twitch management and said, "What the fuck is going on with this guy?"
Don't worry, guys. I've taken care of 3 of his ERA plates. It's fine.
Alright, I had nothing to do with it at all. I don't know if that's really the case. That's my speculation, but I have no truth about any of that, okay?
I got an assist. Let's go. 100 free RP. That's 100 more RP than I had 30 seconds ago.
Was it Tevin's
So
fault?
grit fuck, Mr. ERA.
I wasn't me though. So
I got him. Wait, what's happening?
Endgame spoiler.
Who's spamming me?
Endgame spoiler.
Oh, there's an enemy up there.
So, but
how am I alive?
Already was
You want to peek him?
said spoilers are
I'm not afraid. I should be afraid.
So even if I had read that, it wouldn't have
I'm dead.
Anyway.
I'm alive.
The third tipped me $5. Uzi did a 50-bit cheer, and Spawn Killer tipped me $1. He says, "Did you know that there's people on YouTube who know how much money you make on cheers and tips? That's crazy." Well, here's what they think they know. They think they know, but what they don't understand is that there's processing fees.
They're not getting a set. That guy is not dead yet. Oh, and I'm dead though. There we go. Took you long enough, buddy boy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
And also, there's always things that go on behind the scenes. You know, people trying to so you know, I'm sure.
I thought that was the side. I thought he was giving me his flank, but he wasn't.
You know, that's
instead I grot fuck. Feels bad.
Let's see. Mark tipped me $3.
Did I get a kill? No, I got a death.
Would you like to spend an eternity among the stars? I have no idea. What an esoteric question. Thanks for the tip. Oh, yeah, that never happened either. So Dark tipped me $1. He says, can you debunk people saying that you leaked your ex-girlfriend's nude pictures on a video? That never happened. What happened was there was a picture of my ex.
What happened was there was a nude thumbnail that I leaked.
A thumbnail?
It was a thumbnail I leaked, not a picture, idiot.
This is from, like, again, this is, you know, 2012, 2013.
God, this is such a legendary rant.
And there was a little thumbnail somewhere on my desktop, or, you know, no, it was in a folder. And I had been recording a video doing something else, and apparently the thumbnail popped up. It wasn't a nude at all. It wasn't a nude at all. There's nothing nude whatsoever in the picture. It was a thumbnail, and it was not a nude. But it was her, like, posing with her arm like this, so people assumed that it was a nude. And
I mean, it showed a lot of skin. It was a private photo that was for you only.
I would have been banned from YouTube, stupid.
No, you wouldn't have. Because you told all of your viewers to kill themselves. And you're still not banned.
Anonymous Cheer did 111-bit cheer. Thank you. Thank you, Baseball, for 50-bit cheer. He says, why do you think PewDiePie hates you so much? I don't know, and I don't care. Frog's playing golf cheer.
I don't think PewDiePie doesn't even know who you are.
He wants me to talk about more about Tevin and Tevin using ViewBots. No, I'm not going to do that.
ViewBots.
For 2188 subscribed for 18 months. Thank you very much for that. Okay.
Yeah. You want to say, like, Brittany Griner for Victor Bout, worst trade in history?
Nope. The other thing is
ESP's gonna give the fucking feds a run for their money.
Like words that people get banned for in the stream chat. I
wish I was in my stock Abrams for that cap.
They make shit up out of nowhere to try to create drama, and it's not me. I don't even know what the fuck people are talking about half the time. I don't.
Oh, is the dude up there?
There you go. Big Boy Abides cheered. He said, I had a line on
him.
Twitter. It was funny because someone had tweeted in response to my tweets on Twitter this week. And they said, you know,
oh my god, did I got turret ringed by a 50 cal. Oh,
he's actually like dead on right about stuff. And this is one of the times
turret ringed by a 50 cal.
Damn, you know, being right 2 out of 5 times is probably better than most world leaders. It's true. So there you go. Let's see. Hodor Targ cheered. He says,
I have never seen anything like it. I've literally never seen anything like that.
So worried. I'm seeing he's the thing. I'm not worried.
He did.
Doing this special.
I was like, why is like it's actually dropping my inputs? What? I looked down, it was black.
And now, honestly, I feel better. I do like.
Oh, dude, I got earlier at this stream.
But now you've got.
I got randomly one tap through smoke 3 times. In like 2 games.
It's up to you to choose to believe or not, but you have the truth and you have the evidence to do with it what you will.
One of them was my fault and the other 2 were just random, like, I wonder if he's here, and then I just die.
That's also false, King of Hypocrisy. That's not true at all. And I'm not gonna go into massive detail about it because it's been beaten to death with like a dead.
Yeah, the snail already got my IRL money, so no more golden eagles or silver lions for your greedy ass. Sorry, bud, I'm fresh out.
Says, Twitter trolls always say you're an alcoholic. Address that in debunk.
Yeah.
No, I'm not an alcoholic.
I don't like this game because when you pay to win, you don't actually get the free wins. Oh my god, what is that? 2 Sierra 38, get fucked. Get fucked. Fuck you, Mr. Chinese characters. And fuck you for driving that thing.
Unhealthy shit, drinking all the time, eating terrible foods like red meat and stuff. I couldn't do that stuff.
Piece of shit got exactly what he deserved.
I had horrendous health problems. So yeah.
God, look at this fucking corpse right here. Oh, look at the top blew off and everything. Get fucked. I don't even care. I'm dead. I wanted a closer look at that. I wanted to go teabag him. I would if I could.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. No, actually, this week.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. No.
A vodka and grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice.
Oh my god, he's drinking salt.
I never drink alone. I'm with Kat. If I drink, we usually have a drink together, and we watch something together, or we're doing something together. That's the truth. Now, I'll be honest. Back in the day, when I used to be just a YouTuber, I wasn't live streaming. All the time. I was like way crazy drinking.
Dude, I could put the May 35th copy pasta and get him instantly banned from the Chinese internet with a visit from the secret police. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that, like, irreparably toxic just because you're driving the fucking
Then someone asked me, can you debunk
APC I don't like.
There you go. Hydrocarbon asked, have you ever been recognized in person? Only a few times, you know, since I lived out here a few times. When I lived in Connecticut, it was more often, you know, but what I would say is...
That's right, steak gives you gout. It's not the slop that I ate for 10 straight years. It's not the Mountain Dew Kickstarter.
Oh, did you guys hear that? That was my neck. A little stiff. Whew.
I thought your neck wasn't stiff anymore. You live in Seattle, dude.
You know, at this
point, there's nothing I can do.
At this point, I guess that's it, and it's hilarious.
So please tip.
The trolls are so angry. The people who have really gone out of their way to make my life a living hell the last 7 years are so angry right now because I am having some positivity thrown at me on the internet because of the tweets that I made in the past couple of days.
You know what's really funny is like
anyone would see Phil in a positive light.
You think about like all these moments that he's had.
So it's funny. I'm making
where it's like
tonight to clear.
It's like, dude, there's some hope, guys. Things are gonna get better. Things are gonna get better over here on DSP Gaming. I honestly believe every single time that he's had hope that things have gotten better, they've just gotten worse. Uh-oh, is he? For me. It's like, no. Fuck you, dude. Go ahead and launch on me. No! How? It's so fast! And on me instantly. Who launched on me? This is RLD. RLD. What does that mean? I don't even know what RLD means. It's a fucking full of rack rat. Yeah, go fuck yourself, bud. Oh my god, what now? It's because Wolfpack, whatever. Let's just run in and die to get it over. Oh, Roland? Oh, I didn't actually know. Oh my god, look at this. We actually have SPAA doing stuff. Stop the presses. All right.
Through the air about a lot.
As I was saying, it's a Sisyphean existence. It has never gotten better. Literally not once.
And saying, you didn't prove anything tonight.
Only $50,000. That's...
my ex's birthday.
It's actually pretty cheap. I would expected it to be more.
Known, all about it. You could have known all the fuck about it. It's always been public knowledge. I've told you about the behind the scenes stuff years ago. The thing is just people don't believe me, so they make up their own shit. It's like there's never. In what situations do you take pictures of everything?
Yeah.
Do you write down, like I said, Project 7?
I thought I could move faster than his turret traverse, but I couldn't.
Any of it. So you can literally make shit up. And how do I disprove it? Like, for example, right now someone could say something.
Yeah, I like the Avenger.
And if it was a day that I was off from streaming,
I don't have it, but
I didn't do it.
I do like it. Right? It's just a meme.
I didn't do it, but
no, I didn't do it. That's wrong.
You have to be logical humans.
In time go. Yeah, I mean when it's time go, you just hold W.
All this shit has been said about Phil all these years. Yet Phil's still here. He's still on YouTube. He's still on Twitch.
I'm actually so happy that I paid. Like this is a lot of money in JPEGs up here, but I'm actually very happy I paid for it because there's like I have no guilt when I just do that.
Why would any of these things have happened?
Because if it was stock, if it was like regular, I would feel so bad. It'd be like the 100,000 SL gone.
You are gullible. You fell for something with no evidence, pure speculation, because there could
air event vehicle
of something that's not true, and you bought it hook, line, and sinker, and you're the one who created the problem with these people who literally.
I've looked up how to get all this shit for free, but it just turns the game into work.
I don't know what else.
I don't really want to work. I just want to play the game.
It's insanity. It's absolute insanity.
All right, we're gonna try running this gauntlet again.
All the things we talked about tonight.
Here we go.
A slick of actual
Everybody, hold your breath.
Talk about these things as if they are the God's honest truth about me.
Somebody's gonna be looking right at me.
And like I said, this
no, they're not looking at me. Yes, they are.
Is an actual
I got him. I got his breach. Oh, he's mine. Oh, come here, bitch. Come here, come here, come here.
The actual screen.
Not already retreat into the smoky little fucker.
People saying nice things about me on Twitter. Well, here's
Oh,
all the
no.
negative things about Phil.
There's
That's
enemy
what
tank.
I
Oh,
just
no.
debunked
I'm
on
actually
Twitter.
I'm gonna flank this guy and then go for the other one. I'm just gonna die before I can do any of it.
God, I can't believe
More likely
no,
the latter.
None of that is true at all, but they pass it around as if it is.
Woo! Grit fucked.
You see what I mean? Like, what defense
Oh, he's
do you
popping
have
smoke.
besides
He's
something
scared.
like
Look at how
this?
fucking scared this kid is.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, final shout
I'm a little
out.
stock Abrams. I'm harmless.
I got anonymous dollar tip. Electrum guy cheered. Spawn killer tipped me $1. Allow.
Nope, I may have bitten off more than I can chew here.
This doesn't even make sense.
Don't worry, guys. I got one of his ERA panels.
Scammed your fans by not playing Super Mario Sunshine. I did play Super
Oh
Mario.
no, I couldn't.
Debunked. You can find it on my
Boom,
YouTube channel right
debunked.
now.
You're roasted,
There you go.
idiot.
Samson also tipped me $1. Yeah, I did hear that a former.
That was worth though. I'll take that. I'm gonna get an assist from breaching that guy.
Very sad. K Styles resale for 30 months. Asking about if we're gonna play Persona 5 The Royal. Probably not. Let's see here.
All right. Clickbait.
Don't give subs. Did 100-bit cheers and what were your views on spoilers on Twitter right after the movie comes out? I don't know what you're talking
Boom.
about.
Debunked. Roasted. It didn't happen,
The guy
idiot.
$50 said I'm watching your Twitch. Real talk. It's the guy on his Twitter. All right.
We were owning that meme now.
For trolls who think you're abusing your mods because of swag and spreading lies. Madara is God. Wouldn't you be the person to clear that up? You're one of my mods. Like, I don't even know what you're
Oh
talking
God,
about.
Madara.
That whole
He was in the
situation,
Discord.
about the situation is that Swaggins
Apparently, he's actually worthy of some sympathy because he has a physical,
he told me something
like,
incorrect,
noticeable physical brain damage.
blatantly worded
So.
incorrectly in the stream chat, and he
What?
tried to defend himself staunchly when in reality everyone watching the stream was watching as I read it word for word and it made no sense what he said. I did what he said, didn't work. He worded it wrong, and he was so angry that I would call him out on the stream that he had a grudge against me ever since that.
Oh yeah, I guess stroke mouth.
He was on my
Okay.
ass, ragging me, saying that I sucked at the game, and how dare I criticize the game? It's me because I suck, and yada yada yada. To the point where he got angry and he left, and that's all it was. He had a bug up his ass because.
Bruh, no. Come on, expose yourself a little bit. I'm just gonna flank him. Fuck it. Hopefully he doesn't look over here. If he does, I'm dead.
He didn't like that.
If any of his buddies do, I'm dead.
That he had been a moderator, and the fact that he had supported.
No fucking way, dude. All right, take over, take over, take over, Dave. Take over. No, you little fucker. No.
And he was very upset about it, and he decided to leave.
Come on, replace the gunner. And free kill.
I never had anything
Nope.
wrong to say about him.
Somehow that's not a kill. I got his gunner though.
Told me to demod him. It was all on
And
his
he gets a
side.
free kill.
Everything
God, this game is so fucking fun. This game is so fun. I love playing this game. Look at how fun this game is. Just right through the fucking front armor plate. Look at how useful that plate is.
Which is what people do when they feel that, you know, oh no, my time with DSP.
It's
is done.
fun.
The other
The
side
game
is
is fun.
from the other side, right? It's exactly what they always fucking do. So it is what it is. Who cares? Nick Bod at
Who fucking cares?
This truly is the redemption run arc.
All right, well, I gotta go kill that guy if I want it done. I think that was the guy, actually. That was unironically the guy
I don't know.
that got me the
John
first
Soros
time.
Rex,
So I critted him once, and then I critted him again.
just basically couldn't mod anymore, so we demodded him. K Galleon was the person who I mentioned in this video who was upset that I didn't make the Project 7 trailer.
There you go.
That's it. He was upset.
Somebody was questioning that earlier. There you go. There's your answer.
Of our relationship.
But it wasn't, though. He continued to run interference for you and simp for you on YouTube comments. So, no, guys.
All right. Well, guys, I think I've talked long enough.
So, guys.
I've had enough.
I'm actually wondering now, was that a skill issue? Was I not supposed to aim where I aimed?
For a lot of people that they've had
Every time somebody aims right there against me, it's a one clapper every fucking time without fail.
It's on you
I get
guys
one
to
clapped.
believe me or not. And I know there's many people who won't, and there's many people who will, and that's okay. It is what it is, you know. You can judge for yourself. But the bottom line is, for as much as you say,
Bottom
no
line,
evidence, Phil, of what you said.
there's
guess
something we're
what?
supposed to do
There's
every
no
time he
evidence
says
of
that.
Any of the shit that these people say about me, because it's not true. They will never show you a concrete lick of evidence because they can't, because it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? If they did, they would show it, and then that would be it. If definitively I had done the horrible things, I would have been banned from YouTube, banned from Twitch, banned
No way.
banned from the internet.
Oh my god, I should have just machine gunned him actually.
Way, launched off into a black hole, shot across, you know, the whole plane of existence, and had all my molecules ripped apart at the seams. Because how could someone?
Gaijin is in the house, confirmed tonight.
This plane of existence, right? See what I mean? But none of that ever happened because it's all bullshit on my behalf and my expense, so they can get clickbait, and you fell for it if you believed any of that stuff, and it sucks if you did. You know, I can't blame you for it, especially now that there's so much stuff that goes on.
Oh god,
negative about me.
Every tree I see from now on is just getting it. They're getting the fucking business.
It's true. A lot of it's based on snippets of fact or things here or there, but none of it is
snippets of fact. By the way, shout out snippets of fact.
Okay. Thank you, Blue, for 2188.
Yeah, ban anybody saying skill issue because it's clearly not.
Biggest tip I know we had tonight.
I'm clearly playing perfectly with no flaws. And if my performance suffers, it's not my fault. It's the game's fault.
$20,000 a month.
Oh, and here's a.
Even even at the height of my YouTube popularity, which was the year of 2012. All right, it was actually the second half of 2011, and I say the first 3 months or the first 3 quarters of 2012. That was the height. I mean, most
oh my god, I wanted that kill.
I didn't make
it was a 2S38. Grit fuck.
Never in my YouTube career have I made $20,000. It's insanity. It's just stupid shit. People talking out of their asses. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay.
Come on, where's the SPAA? I want easy pickings.
So that is it. That is it. Thank you guys.
Only 3 dudes left. One of them's got to be back. Oh wait, there is one back here.
Never needs to be shown because you don't prove your innocence. You have to prove that someone's guilty.
Where is he?
That's right. In the American court system,
no, I couldn't find him in time.
In the court system, you are innocent until proven guilty. The things people say about me, most of them are not true. Out of all the things that we talked about today, number one, absolutely, I made bad jokes about Nazis back in the day, and I wholeheartedly apologize. I will never do that again.
I'm not even gonna go for this dart because it's actual dog shit. Like, look at the pen on it. This one's better, but it's still.
I made a bad tweet
still
last
pretty dog
year
shit.
that was worded incorrectly about shills, people being shills for playing State of Decay 2, and I'm working actively to not do stupid shit like that on Twitter ever again. But outside of those 3 things we just talked about, none of the other shit that's said about me has been true. And that's what I mean. So there's 3 times.
Yeah,
really bad
I already apologized for that. What?
Justification that everything else was true, even though there's no evidence of it because we made it all up. So there you go.
Okay. Made it all up. There you have it.
Says, can you debunk Sekiro being the
done and dusted?
If you watch my playthrough, you've already seen that one to be debunked. All right. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, whether you watch live on stream or you watch this on YouTube. I hope that it served a purpose. Thanks to everyone who.
Oh, it served a purpose, all right.
Normal business, because now I feel good. I got this off
you
my
do?
chest and out of my system.
Wait, you feel good now after humiliating yourself again? It wasn't bad enough to do it the first time. You had to do it again, and then review the humiliation just to make sure everybody got the memo.
One place kind of summarized it for one video that people can find all this crap. So now,
every time I listen to this, I hear something new. Where I'm like, God damn, man, why? And I'm, by the way, I'm watching this on his channel. This is first party. You're hearing it from the pig snout firsthand. This is not some troll channel troll re-upload. This is still posted on his channel. I wonder if we'll, now that you guys got me thinking about it, I wonder if we'll ever get an update on the 10-year plan. Because I don't think we will. I think the 10-year plan is done and dusted. I think that is so far gone. I think we got the money. We spent it. It's just all gone to JPEGs, every last dime. And I think a lot of it was gone before they even landed back in Seattle. Oh boy. Somebody called out a tank, but I'm, oh. If I can get some free points. Oh my god, grit fuck. We can just breach at least? Nope. You got my breach. That's right. He can't contest. And I'm gonna get free points. Oh. Tell me it's a 2S38. It is a fucking 2S38. You guys ready to watch him die? And guess where he's at now? You guessed Ban World. Do I have news for you? That bitch is in Ban World. There's a... No, I think there's a medium tank right behind him. Okay, I'm gonna... What the... Stop shooting at me, for the love of God. Oh my... Go get him. Look at this legend. Any rants I should put on? I feel like this is the opportunity to just listen to some fucking dumbass Dave rants. That guy's done and dusted. Alright, this is what the stock grind is like. You ready? You ready? This is what it's like to stock grind. Is that another 2S38 up at the top? To the right? So if I go to the left, I can get a flank on 2 MBTs. If I go to the right, I can get a flank on a light tank. I think my decision is going to be made for me though, right here, right now. Oh. What? Lucas is following me around. It's like my little, oh yeah, fair enough. This is my kill, though. Nobody gets to have this kill but me. What do you do, sir? May I have this kill? Oh, he's dead. Never mind. I was about to start talking mad shit. I thought he was alive. Oh, that guy's alive, though. Wait a minute. Later. Oh, dude, I know what I wanted to do. He mentioned, hang on. I know I just got owned, but try to ignore that. DSP Machinima. I want to, because I never listened to the Machinima rant. 6 years with Machinima, ups, downs, and a bizarre end. I want to see the thing that happened, like 6 months ago. Lying about Laveri Media. Maybe we should just watch the Great Machinima Rant 2019 by Mighty D. Man, there's a lot. He did like a React event or something that was like 8 hours long where he just talked about analyzing a madman. No. He tried. Okay, let's do 6 years with Machinima. Dude, this thumbnail. Holy shit. Hang on, I'm gonna post this in chat. Look at this fucking thumbnail. This is what I'm gonna start playing.
What is going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here. Welcome to a special vlog.
Welcome to a special vlog.
I really didn't know if I was ever gonna be making anything like this, quite honestly. Being that
really,
for the majority of the time that I have been doing YouTube for a living, meaning making money doing YouTube videos and or live streaming, you know, doing this kind of thing as my job. I was partnered with a company, an MCN, one of these big partnership networks on YouTube called Machinima. And I partnered with Machinima way back when, in early 2011. This was at a time when very few YouTubers...
I think the reason I didn't watch the more recent one is because
gaming videos on YouTube were very popular.
I didn't know any of the Machinima lore like as much as I should, you know.
And it was kind of a very iffy scenario if people would ever be able to make money doing it. I was actually one of the people who was considered the pioneer of making video gameplay on YouTube and monetizing it and being able to make a living doing it. A lot of people saw me doing it and said, oh shit, Phil was able to find a partnership and he was able to monetize his gameplay videos partnership. And they kind of jumped along with it too, and now here we are, you know, some
he's already lying, by the way. Amazing that we're like less than a minute in. He's doing the intro and he's already lying. How is that even possible?
Of this whole movement on YouTube of monetizing.
And Avigo was around during this, so I wasn't.
Now the reason I'm making this video is because after a 6-year partnership with Machinima, it was just about 1 month ago that I basically severed my ties with the company, and yeah, there was some.
Oh, is that what happened?
I had to jump through there. I had to wait for the contract.
Yeah, like Digital Fear. I was really into Halo back then.
And KO Gaming just expired about a week ago.
And Digital Fear made like that one series that I was a big fan of. I should go back and watch it because it's probably really cringe now.
Okay. And a lot of people want to know
what was it called? It's like Deus Ex Machina, I think is what it's called. I was a big fan of Deus Ex Machina, and he was partnered with Machinima
back in 2011.
But his shit was actually good.
The major heavy-hitting partnership companies on YouTube. They were one of those pioneering companies that allowed gamers for the first time to put advertising on their video.
Get fucked.
And make money doing it. So they were huge. And then over the years, I hate to say it, I mean, I'm just being matter of fact here, the reputation of Machinima kind of went down and down and down and down over the years for various different reasons. Now, the good news is, for me, I was never really affected by any of that negativity or controversy because I wasn't in any of the stuff that was controversial. I'll give you some perspective here. There was at one point several years ago when the Xbox.
I hope Digital Fear made a lot of money because he was very funny. I actually like whenever I see the Machinima like animation, I just think about him, and I thought you had to be like a content creator god
like you had to be super positive about the console and all of that. Then you would get paid extra money from Machinima. Okay,
dude. I'm now remembering it. That series, Deus Ex Machina, was so good. Somebody made a parody of it that was so goddamn funny.
Which actually is a violation of United States law.
Like, imagine making something for fun that's so good that people make parodies of it.
Because they brought in all this money, ad revenue from Microsoft, right? All this program revenue from Microsoft for advertising their console positively, when they never disclosed to any of the viewers that it was paid advertisements, and they had to pay a settlement to the United States government in order to get out of that. Okay.
Smart.
I was never affected by any of that because I didn't participate.
Like a faucet that's dripping.
My coverage on YouTube, on Twitch, has always been considered 100% independent. You're never going to see a paid advertisement from me, or if it is
and
one,
that's why they dropped your ass.
I'll tell you up front, or it'll definitely list it in the description of the video, or both. Okay.
Both.
I would never, ever, to make a dollar,
never ever
do something like that and try to pull the wool over your eyes or be dishonest with you and not let you know that what I'm.
We all were name placeholder.
Or my honest take or honest gameplay. I would never do that. Other YouTubers have been doing it for a long time.
Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
I realize some of the bigger YouTubers you watch do this all the time, but I would never do that.
You know, it's really funny. I was watching a it was like a chart of like male happiness over time. Just that, like, I guess I don't know how they measured it, but it was like young men were the happiest between 2000 and 2010. And then, like, that was the first panel of the comic, and the second panel was some dude saying, here's some Mountain Dew, here's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, put the headset on and say a bunch of gamer words. And the kid is like, what? Huh? And he's like, stop asking questions, just do it. God damn it.
Okay. So all this controversy and the negativity that seemed to have been
like because I played those games, like, dude, there's like actually like anytime anybody tries to insult me online, I just cringe.
Every once in a while,
because like there's no way you can roast me harder than those guys roasted me.
No, because all I do,
little like 14-year-old me.
That's the extent of my relationship with them. They
no,
and that's it.
You didn't sleep with my mom.
Now over the years, Machinima has definitely fallen from grace. People have basically said, what is going on?
Look up,
how could they change so much?
Hang on. Shut the fuck up, Dave. Digital PH33R. Yes. Like RB and the Chief is what he's known for. Deus Ex Machina, but there was like, oh, he re-uploaded it 1 year ago and it has 4,000 views. Oh man, that's too bad. Oh man, what's the there was a funny ass somebody. Oh my god, hang on. Deus Ex Machina parody. Somebody made a parody of it, and it was I was such a huge fan of both the original and the parody. Yeah, but I can't find it now. It's too bad. We'll never get it back. We'll never get those days back. And as hard as I want to try, they'll never come back. Feels bad.
A lot of people tell me that a lot of the shows that Machinima used to be known for, popular YouTube shows.
By the way, did you guys see Anita Sarkeesian's birthday party this morning? I didn't know it was Anita Sarkeesian when I saw it at first.
Get out of their Machinima contract or this or that, all this kind of stuff.
I thought it was just somebody celebrating their birthday. And then somebody else sent it to me later in the day, and I looked at the name. I was like,
Machinima was a very positive one.
oh fuck, that's really pathetic.
Something changed and something happened because I'm not with them anymore. And a lot of there's been a ton of speculation over this past month. What specifically happened with Phil?
Couldn't have happened to a nicer gal, TBH.
Like the one guy who stayed with Machinima the longest, and he stuck up for them. Why the hell?
I bring that up because she's like the person that ruined all that fun from the mid 2000s.
Okay.
She's like the person that if we're gonna pin it on somebody, I'm fucking pinning it on her dumbass.
A partnership agreement. It's an at-will agreement, meaning that both sides need to agree to want to have this relationship business-wise, and at any time it could have been severed by me or by them. Okay. And
yeah. Well, you should look up the Anita Sarkeesian birthday picture from today, and God knows why anybody would post that, but she posted it herself, so it's very positive and meaningful.
I can't disclose any specific contractual facts or figures. I can't tell you how much money I made with them or anything like that whatsoever. But I can speak.
Damn it! I looked. It wasn't there.
All right. I can't give you numbers, but I can tell you about maybe certain things they did over the years that kept me with them.
Oh man, you just peaked at the right time.
Scenes with staffing, because the bottom line is Machinima is one of the most
bottom line. What's the bottom line though?
And quite honestly, just amalgamous companies that I.
No, you should really. You should look it up. Oh, you did? You looked it up? Yeah. Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Kept changing constantly. New staff, new initiatives.
Because I've seen stuff like that before, and I'm like, God damn, that's pathetic.
Things that were dictated to the partners that they had to do, then all of a sudden, within a whim, it would just be completely.
And I was
forgotten.
like, oh.
Messages that would be sent out in general to the partners covering major games that made no sense because it didn't even make sense per Let's Play criteria for the things that they.
Yeah, let me know which day of your birthday week will be the will be my cameo.
Grand Theft Auto 5 came out.
Just let me know.
Machinima sent out an email to all the partners saying you should play the game with no music and you should.
I'm sorry, Nate Placeholder, but I'm not because it's really funny.
What? Like, are you stupid?
Just know that the people that wanted to make sure that we never had any fun again, that's what happened to them. Oh my god.
Basically doing highlighted gameplay, and everyone was planning to do a full Let's Play of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Are you
and no other
fucking
network sent out this kind of notice to their partners. Why did Machinima do it? And this is what I mean. Machinima would have these weird initiatives.
Sorry, I'll just go fuck myself. It's fine. Just go ahead and get your kill, move on. Yes, you're really good at this game. Oh yeah, you're really good at this game. Very cool.
In late 2010, I'd been doing YouTube for 2 years as a hobby. I had never made a penny doing it. I had no intentions of making money doing
That's a lie.
I just liked making videos of
That's
my
a lie.
gameplay for fun.
He's lying already. This is verifiably false.
To see people excited and contacting me and me getting popularity on the internet for something that I really
My ego
enjoyed,
was being
a
stroked.
lifelong gamer, all right?
Harder than I stroke my own dick like a week after I put. Wait a minute. Wait, is this pre-happening? No, post-happening. About a year later.
They laid me off. Made no fucking sense at all. Another case of another company doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. And by the way, that company I used to work for is.
By the way, Cat agrees with me.
All the people who work there, basically their jobs got outsourced, and they're basically done. So signs of the time.
Oh my
when you have
God, dude.
who's a great employee,
I'm not even paying attention. I'll be 100, 150. Oh my God, I got sniped.
I was left in
I'm paying zero attention to what's going on in game.
Coming in, no income at all.
I'm just enjoying driving the tanks around.
Especially in Connecticut back then, was horrible. There was no way I was going to get another job of the same level of what I had, paying what I had, in any kind of a short amount of time. There was no way even getting 2-3 part-time jobs that I'd be able to make enough money to keep my condo, to pay my car payments, and to pay all my bills, basically. I was
paying my bills.
And so I said, maybe I can make YouTube work. Maybe I can make this work. And I tried everything. I tried doing regular AdSense on my vlogging channel because back then you couldn't monetize gameplay videos. It wouldn't be allowed. So I tried just monetizing my vlogs. That didn't work out. Then I tried going to a different site. That didn't work out. Finally, I was on my wit's end. And this funny thing had actually happened in late 2010 that led to me being partnered with Machinima. A lot of people don't know this story. There's a person named Hutch who basically was doing gameplay videos on YouTube. He was scouted by Machinima. They had interaction. I guess maybe he got partnered with them or whatever. And he ended up actually becoming hired by them.
Wonder if I should go say hello to the Jews or not.
California. He was working for them. He was in videos for them, all kinds of stuff. At one point, I guess either I had said something in a vlog that pissed Hutch off, or Hutch had said something in one of his videos and someone asked me about it.
I'm going to add a preset.
And I had talked either about him or he had talked about me. I don't even remember how it happened.
I don't even remember.
We had beef. There was a big disagreement in 2010 between the two of us. And at that point, to see two big gaming YouTubers going at it was actually a big thing. And people were excited to see us go back and forth, the drama, right? It ended up, it was a misunderstanding. I actually don't, at this point, don't even remember what the fuck the disagreement was about at all. And we ended up kind of talking it out within emails or whatever. I think it was actually private messages on YouTube back then, because back then people actually used private and direct messages on YouTube. Not anymore.
Can I send a holiday? There we go.
Fucking 5+ years.
I'm gonna do this, and then
and we had a dialogue back and forth. And basically, we came to the conclusion that it was a misunderstanding and or there was no reason for beef. And we kind of left on amicable terms, almost being mutually respectful of each other. Okay?
Abrams at 10.3.
So after I lost my job in late 2010, spent 2-3 months floundering around trying to find a way to make ends meet and make enough money to pay my bills.
Yeah. Dialogue
I said, Hutch, listen, I literally have no idea.
Is this where he says, I would like you to escalate this to management? The birth of Dark Side Karen.
I want to do YouTube for a living.
He was actually way before his time, because this is before being Karen was popular.
I tried a couple things, they're not working.
He was on the cutting edge, the leading edge.
Maybe I can get a job with Machinima, or I don't know what's going on.
And I am up tiered. God, I want to kill this kid in the 2S38. Can I turn around and team kill him?
He put me in contact with someone in the partnership program. He reviewed my channel, DSP Gaming, and he said, wow, you got a lot of viewership and you got a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's get you in. And he ended up signing me up for their partnership contract. Now, by the way, back
it's like, yeah, you're a lot of free money for us.
Partnerships on YouTube were
make your dumbass rich and you can go broke in a month.
All actually, at that point, view-based, meaning you would get a certain amount of views on a video, and based on the views, you would make a flat rate amount of money. So I'll throw out, this is completely fabricated.
Why am I poisoned?
I'm about to tell you. But let's say per 10,000 views, you would make $30. All right. And
dude, so there's no greater climax than killing a fucking 2S38 and just watching that bitch burn.
So at the end of the month, they would tally up the total views. Oh,
it's like, yeah, that's exactly where you belong, in the fucking dumpster.
These kind of contracts were good.
Where?
Was because you were guaranteed.
So brutal without thermals. I can't even see him. I'm dead.
So for me,
literally couldn't even see him even with the binocs.
Of YouTube ad revenue, where 1 month YouTube had a bunch of advertisers and the next month they didn't, and you have this constant roller coaster ride of ad revenue on YouTube. For me, it was just keep the viewers happy, keep them coming in and watching videos, and make money, profit, and go. And let me tell you something, folks.
Is that how it works?
Machinima, I made a ridiculous fuck ton of money, more money than I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to say how much it was because, again, I can't violate
Well, you
my
probably
contract,
should
anything like
because
that.
it's more money than I've ever seen in my life. That's a lot of money. Where did it all
The
go?
thing about it was I had a lot of debt in my name, credit card debt, student loan debt, a ton of debt and stuff in my name.
Student loans?
From my
No, you
previous
didn't.
Life before YouTube. So what
Daddy
I
and his
did was
GI Bill
money
paid
that
for your
I made that
college
first
and
year,
your
I
private
had a lot
school.
of money.
Fucking
Literally just
asshole.
went and paid off
Student loans? Get
all
out of
the
here.
debt that I
No way you
had
had student
from
loans.
previous years. The debt that never was going to go away because it was credit card debt and stuff like that. And it would have just kept accumulating and everything.
Oh, but credit card debt actually goes away, believe it or not. We found that out. Oh my god.
Myself within that first year to year and a half of being partnered with Machinima, got myself to a good financial position where my credit rating started to go up and up.
Wait, they're
So
in
I
our
didn't have to
base
do more
already?
bad debt in my name anymore. It was just income.
Oh, that's
a
very
mortgage,
positive.
which is good, and a car loan, which is good. Those things are good. So started going up and up and up. Okay. So the first year with Machinima was good. I actually had a direct point of contact. If anything ever went wrong and I needed to talk to Machinima, I would email this person. I'd be able to get a contact right back pretty quickly. I remember that first year we had literally almost no issues. I remember not having any copyright. I take that back because there might have been one, but I don't remember, like, in general, a bunch of problems with copyright strikes. I don't remember a bunch of issues with much of anything. If there ever was a problem, immediately I could almost get a response right away from Machinima because I had that direct point of contact. And
This is at 1.0 speed, by the way, and listen to him just rapid fire all this off.
Machinima's top partners, and they actually contacted.
Am I dropping frames? Oh, I'm dropping frames.
Sit down with me.
It doesn't like that. It doesn't like the game with 2 background removals going on.
The growth of my channel, the future, and all kinds of stuff like that. So I ended up doing that. I don't remember who the specific person was who I had this phone call with, but basically mid to late 2011, I had this phone call, and they were
Why did I die so fast?
What do you want to do with your channel?
Oh, that's why. This asshole was driving. That's why.
This series called The Week
He's
in
look at him. He's popping his head out through the. So why did you die last game?
When they're grouped in with all my gameplay stuff, I might want to do a channel.
This is why. This is why I died last game, by the way.
But then the weirdest thing happened during this conversation. The guy said, "But outside of YouTube, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "I'm just on the up and up on YouTube."
This is so toxic.
Great here in 2011. Why would I want to think about leaving YouTube and doing something else? And it was kind of bizarre the way that this guy, the conversation.
Yeah, he
was trying to almost
ACE certified.
You only want to do this short term, and then you want to do something else.
You know what? Only name placeholder would get it, but
I would want to do something else outside of YouTube, but
it was
I thought
worth
weird
it. I have no
to
regrets.
ask me. I even remember, like, he started saying, "Well, what other things are you into?" And I was like, well, fighting
Ace
games.
qualification.
Oh, fighting games. Did you notice that Street Fighter 4 has been starting to get live streamed now?
Oh, dude, it would be so easy. I had thought about that, just taking clips of me dying, of which there are a lot,
I probably could add a lot, and he's like,
and then just putting him up in the corner and being like, "What? Huh?"
Commentator in the future.
It'd be so easy. I've had that knocking around here for like 2 years, and I'm just too lazy.
And all this stuff. And by the end, he was trying to convince me to be a games commentator. But
Snort.
that's what I mean. This is the kind of thing that happened with Machinima that would confuse the shit out of me. By the way, that guy who I talked to during this call about the development of my channel, never spoke to him again. It was like I talked to him once. That was it. I never heard from him again. Never heard anything further about channel development. Never heard about being a games commentator ever again. Gone. Okay?
I'd take a sip. Chew it.
Things went along swimmingly with me during 2011. And late 2011, early 2012, I actually got contacted by Machinima. Now, keep in mind, I had almost no contact with this company. I didn't have constant contact or whatever. They didn't contact me in regards to, oh, we need you to do this or that, or, oh, we'd like you to do this for an event or this or that. Nothing like that at all. Usually it was just, I just put out videos, I make money on them, profit, and that's it. And if there's an issue, I contact them, but outside of that, I never...
God, all right, you degenerates. I think it's time for bed.
Contacted by them.
I hate to be the one to put the stream to bed, but I'm gonna put the stream to bed. So unless there's any last minute contributions, you know, hint hint, got bills. I'm gonna end the stream. So I'm on call again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So if I don't get called, your boy's gonna be right here doing what he does best, which is being a neat. So hit time bed. I'll see all you guys possibly tomorrow for more weeb and variety style gaming style shenanigans. Oh, and I'm gonna look up the SteelSeries sonar thing right now, actually. So thank you for that. And yeah, TTFN. Later, everybody.